Don't. Leave it. Hey, welcome to Full 42. We got Luca and Mike here. Hi, Luca. Say hi to everybody.
Hi.
Sorry, we're a little late. I had to get a more comfortable chair. I'm currently sitting in a broken chair, so everybody just wait for it.
Did you say bye?
Bye.
At any moment,
Bye.
maybe this thing will just collapse and you'll see my feet fly up in the air.
I hope it doesn't happen.
Yeah, I don't want it to happen. That would be awful. No. Hey, Eric.
That would be great.
Everybody in chat, thanks for waiting. I know we're a little late.
What did you try? You said when you hit go live, you said you're going to try something new. What was
just the platform that we use here has made it to where I used to have to hit the intro animation, then hit the button go live, then hit yes, really go live, and time for it to time correctly. Now we don't have to do that, which is why there's the countdown 10 to 1, because it gave me that time to do it. Now they've discovered that people want intro stuff. So all you have to do is hit go live and it goes. So now I'm going to remove the countdown.
It does the intro automatically?
Yeah.
See, oh, that's cool. Okay. Neat.
And apparently there's a outro video thing too. So now I'm going to make that.
You already have it made, man. It's you playing the guitar.
No, that one can't ever be out again. That one's been retired.
It's still out there though.
So what are we doing today? Oh, I didn't tell anybody about the show. Hold on, let me hit the button.
You never do.
No, I always do. I always wait till we start going live and then I hit it, so people have something to see the minute they click on the thing.
Okay.
But today we are going over what is it? Top 5 board games from 2011.
Correct.
And there's a lot of there's actually pretty good assortment of games on here. Some of which I still play.
There's some classics for sure, and then there's some that I definitely are still in my rotation.
Yeah, there's some that I haven't played in a long, long time. And if someone were to say, hey, do you want to play this? I would still play it and know how to play it. I was wondering if you think these are considered classics.
I mean, they're 13 years old, and a classic is technically 30. I mean, in car terms, classic is 30. But
cars are different than, right?
Yeah,
Are movies classics if they're 30 years old?
I mean, something can be an instant classic, right? You're gonna fall if you do that, bud.
I suppose. Hey, guessing Tim.
Howdy, Tim. Do you want to come up here again? No.
But yeah, so we're gonna cover the top 5 board games from 2011. We're also going to put me through some kind of quiz or test or something that you've made. You have a plane landing in your living room?
Yep. I didn't hear anything you just said because Luca decided to slide the stool across the tile.
You have some sort of game or something to put me through? Some torture to put me through? In response to the torture I put you through last time?
No. It's not gonna be that bad. It won't even be as bad as the end quote or end line movie thing that you did to me.
The last line of the movie. Name the movie. Yeah.
Well, we can do that after the top 5 because it doesn't have to do with 2011. I know, bud. Also,
be a good one. Good quiz would be: here's the first line in the rule book. What is the game?
Oh God! Place the board in the middle of the table.
No. The theme part.
Mm-hmm.
not just random setup text. Wait to because there's always that block of theme that I typically scan real quick and then move on. Yeah,
Usually a sentence or two. Yep.
Yep.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it might be fun to try that one. That'd be
Yeah, it
interesting.
could be good.
Have to dig through rule books, but
I also have the Yankee game on, and the Rangers are playing, so I'll be updating
baseball, right?
my phone a couple times. Yankees are baseball, Rangers are hockey. Yes, and
Oh.
both kids who one hasn't slept and two didn't sleep enough because the one that didn't sleep woke them up. So it should be fun.
Great. Wait, so hockey team's playing against a baseball team?
Yes, the Yankees versus the Rangers. Yes, once. It's never happened before.
I'd watch that.
Yeah.
Hockey and baseball at the same time. Sliding in the home would be a lot easier.
It would be, yeah. Then skates up, man. That would be bad.
Unless they can whack you with the sticks as you do.
No, Yankees are in the championship series against Cleveland. Winner goes to the World Series, and the Rangers are Game 3 of the season playing Detroit.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I hope all the people you want to win do so.
Thank you.
And it's a fun thing for you to enjoy.
I enjoy it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
There's some talk about it. I don't understand what this means at all.
Well, Phantoms are out of Philly, and that's the minor league team of the Flyers, and the Hartford Wolfpack are the minor league team of the Rangers.
And that's baseball.
Hockey.
No, that's hockey. Hockey. Okay. All right. Yeah. Obviously not my thing, but glad you got a thing.
I enjoy it. It's fun. Yeah. So we got our top 5 2011. I've got a game for you. I have a Luca painting. Maybe not really announcements, but I was at Retro Game Con over the weekend, so that was fun. I could talk a little bit about that. And
yeah, I saw that you mentioned. Yeah, like you mentioned to me, like, oh, I was at the con. I was like, wait, you were just at a con, and then another con.
It never ends.
Yeah. Okay.
It never ends.
So many cons.
Yeah, I told you on Monday. You don't listen, but I told you on Monday. Retro Game Con was this weekend.
Oh yeah. I remember now. Yeah, I listened. I just didn't analyze the information.
Yeah. I get it. But first, why don't we do that? Why don't you do the?
Oh yeah. It's the whole and I got the hand thing. Boop,
yeah,
like that.
Yeah, the whole hand thing.
Yeah. And this is why you have the ... on your name. Very. I need to fix it. I just need to lift it up a little bit, and you won't have to do that. I'll get to it eventually.
You can leave it. I'm fine with it.
I just leave it like that.
Sure, yeah, that works. Why'd the power just dim?
Oh, great! So it's about to be just me.
It's possible.
I could see your lights kind of.
Yeah, they totally dimmed. Interesting. That was fun.
You know what I don't like about this chair is you can tell how much I move around.
Yeah. I like when I'm downstairs and I'm on the chair that my grandfather had at ABC, and I'm doing that and you're doing that.
Yeah.
Really fun.
You lean real far back in your basement one.
I do.
Yeah. I can't do that because this is broken, as previously mentioned.
You can do that. It would be fantastic if you did.
I can do that. I will try not to do that. So yeah, before we get to our list, as per usual, we're going to go through a couple of announcements, some banter, BS, whatever we want to talk about. I assume you have a Luca painting that we're going to look at and dive deep into our souls as to what we see in the painting. A lot of little silly stuff. It is Batman colors, actually. I wanted to get orange, but they only had yellow. Well, they had other colors, but yeah, I don't know how that happens.
I do. I love it. I enjoy it very much.
I almost got. I have a walking pad downstairs, and I almost got another one for this desk because it's a standing desk if I want it to be, and I could just walk throughout the whole thing. But you don't want me to and then yeah, that's so annoying.
Chris, why aren't you listening? Chris, why aren't you listening?
Right.
Yeah.
You just see me like
we're
going too long, 3-hour show, and I just pass out.
Oh my God.
And then you'd see the back of you'd see me fall down out of camera, but then you'd see my body like slide back and roll off of the
That's
walk
funny.
thing. Oh, that'd be great.
That'd be very good.
That'd be worth it.
Yeah, I agree.
Be worth the trip to the hospital.
Thank you. That would be definitely worth it.
So yeah, we're gonna go do the usual, all that stuff. Gives people time to show up and stuff because it is a live show for the most part. If you are watching this afterwards, though, well, I just mean that people can watch it afterwards, right?
Oh, yeah. It's live for all the parts. It's a live show.
It's a live show, but you can watch it later when it's not live. Yeah,
right.
And for those that are, just leave in the comments. What's your favorite games out of the list we're about to go through. I know we're going to step on each other's toes at least once, maybe twice.
At least definitely once. I don't know about twice. What are you doing? Do you want to stay on the
maybe
show?
not.
Okay, then you're gonna stay here, yeah?
Yep.
Okay.
Nope. I don't think you're going to get my number one. I don't even know if you've ever played it. So we'll see.
I have to go now.
You have to go now?
Yep.
Thanks for stopping by, Luca.
Yeah, that was nice of you to stop and say hi. Yeah, I think I don't know where this one falls on your radar, but I'm pretty sure this will be the only one that we step on.
I should get my puppet.
Nope.
To sit with me whenever he's sitting with you.
Nope.
So no.
Mm-mm.
He'd probably be okay with him.
Luca will be the new co-host. I'm out.
And then I'll leave. It'll just be Luca and the puppet. It'll be a really weird show.
Yeah, no, I'll sign in. He can do his thing, and whenever you're done, I'll come and turn the computer off. I'm totally fine with that.
And just as you do, the puppet pops up. Hello.
Oh. Yeah, Eric, I'm with you, man. We'll start our own show.
I gotta rig up some string and pulleys or something, and just move over. He's waving at you right there.
No puppets allowed. That's gonna be.
I don't know if you can tell here.
It's gonna be the spin. That's gonna be the spin-off show. It's gonna be called No Puppets Allowed.
Yeah.
Instead of NPR, it'll be NPA.
So he's just a silly old man.
Whenever you're done, man. I'm covering up the screen.
All right. He's watching over Batman.
Yeah, I'm sure. It's so nice of him to do. Yeah, so let's do what no puppets, Brandon. Stop it. What do you want to talk about? What do you want to do next?
Dies out too if it happens. The puppet has not done crime. There are other puppets that look like it, and I can't vouch for those. But what do you mean? Oh, you mean do you want me to go through your torturous quiz, or are we doing this first?
No, we'll do it. We can do it after.
Well, what is it? Can you describe it to me? I don't know what it is. No. Okay.
No.
Well, why don't you ask the chat? Ask them which one they want.
I mean, it has nothing to do with 2011. And if people are here to see 2011, we're going to talk about announcements and bullshit for a while. And I got Lucas painting, and I'm sure it'll be an hour before we start that anyway.
All right, fine. Oh, I need a clown puppet.
No. And Brandon, I'll tell you the story. I just will. It's more to text than to talk. So I figure we'll talk. We should talk about your game anyway that I played over the weekend, and I have a couple good feedback notes. So we should have a conversation, and I'll tell you the story.
I assume this is to the clown puppet.
Yeah, sure.
All caps. I love it when I elicit all caps from our chat. That's great. Yeah. Cool. All right. So let's do well, you said no announcements. I don't have any announcements because I'm boring. Show and tell?
I had some pictures from the weekend, but
I mean, there's a
Retro
game
Wonder.
behind you.
Yeah, I got it. I ordered it today. I played it with a couple people from QSCon a couple months back, but for spooky season.
Yeah. Did you play this with me at the gathering this year?
No, I've only played it once, and it was here.
Okay. Someone played. Are you sure? Because I'm pretty sure it was your co-host from West. I thought it was West that showed me the game.
I don't remember playing it with. Oh, maybe.
Yeah, I was pretty sure you, me, and him played that game at the gathering.
Oh, it's possible.
I had the pumpkin guy, and
Yeah, maybe. I don't remember it.
See,
Yeah, it is really
I don't
fun.
remember what you say, but you don't remember games, so.
Yeah, I don't remember playing games with you. It is fun, and I got the expansion with it, and you got to cut the insert, but it fits in the box, which is really cool. It comes with a tile like King Domino has for the dominoes. It comes with one of those, but instead of having it in its own box, if you cut the insert, like cut half the cardboard insert out, you can fit it right in there. But it's fun. It's a good one for spooky season. My favorite one, I mean, anything Arkham, right? Arkham, Mansions of Madness, Elder Sign, like that works. But my favorite for spooky season is Ghost Fighting Treasure Hunters. It's just super fun to play. It's easy to get into. It's the one where you flip the card and you roll the dice, and if it has a ghost on it, you flip a card and it populates one of the rooms with ghosts.
Oh, you've told me about that. I haven't played that one, but I remember you talking about that one, I think.
I love it.
Did you bring that one up last year?
Yeah, I brought it up
Okay.
as much as I can. I really like that one. The expansion makes it harder too. There's like a basement with these tombs, but it's super fun. It's the only misstep I think that they had with that game is those little ghosts aren't glow in the dark. They have that color.
Right.
You know, something is color. It just looks like it glows in the dark because it's got that
like green,
yellow, green. Yeah,
Yep.
They are that color and they don't glow in the dark, which
that's weird.
Feels like a miss. You can just paint it, but it still feels like a miss.
Yeah, they have glow in the dark spray paint.
Yeah, they do. I don't want a fish though. Does Chris? You want to see if Chris wants a fish?
I got this in the mail. I know a lot of people have, but this game.
Oh, I need that.
It's a beautiful game. I mean, I got the deluxe one or whatever.
He can't hear you because you're not on screen, buddy. Do you want to come up here and ask him? Okay, here.
I mean, the artwork in it. See the artwork? Can you paint that?
Can you paint that next time when we paint? Can you paint that?
Here, or paint this sleeping guy.
Here, you gotta hold up the camera.
Yeah, paint that next time.
Ask him.
Or paint the fish.
Ask him.
Did you need fat?
Do I need a fish?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Thank you, though.
I don't need a fish.
No, maybe Mika needs a fish.
Yeah.
Yes. 3 hours. Yeah, I spent about 2.5 hours, but I had help. Organizing the game was a nightmare, honestly.
That's not good.
I mean, it's a dream too, which kind of fits the whole thing because it's a beautiful game to pop everything out and stuff. But then you don't know where anything is, and they've given you not only all the deluxe stuff, but also the standard stuff and in the fix for some of the standard stuff. So not only do I have a wooden meeple of a person, but I have here's the fix for that wooden meeple that is slightly darker than that one. Like it didn't need to happen. And then I have a mini to replace both of those. So it's like like 2/3 of the thing. I'm like, I don't need any of it. No. It's insane. But the production itself, I mean, it's just gorgeous. And hollow foil cards, the entire game. Oh, it's so good. I mean, only the id deluxe version had that, I think. But
we had foil cards in Charmed and Dangerous, and the feedback was that they were awful because you couldn't read the text on them. So we actually put a pack together that was no foil for the cards.
Right. I think the text is not in foil, just the art.
Got it. That's cool.
I could be wrong. Well, I mean, and plus the foil kind of looks like this, right? I mean, that's very readable. It's hard to tell because I got lights and stuff like that. But it has that kind of Prisma feel.
If it's big text, then you're good. If
Yeah.
it's a small text, it's hard to read.
I didn't see there was a problem. I don't think there's text. I think there's only icons.
That's good.
So, but you know, I haven't played it. I was going to play it. I was going to pop it, learn it, play it, and I got to pop it, and it was 2.5 hours. I was like, I'm tired.
That's bonkers.
So, but you know, that's kind of the price you pay for getting deluxe stuff all the time, anyway. So,
Well, I got today Dungeons of Infinity
I haven't
arrived.
heard of that one.
I forgot that I backed it, and I forgot that I backed it all in.
That's the best ones when they just show up. You're like, oh yeah,
Yeah, I did get it. But it's a monster. It's heavy. And it's got a lot of stuff in it. So I open it up and I'm looking through all the stuff, and it can be a scenario based game. So it has that spiral bound rule book with all the scenarios that you can play through. But then the rule book is 50 something pages long. And it has an appendix.
wow.
A few pages, but it's 50 pages long, and it's not like a picture book. It's written. I'm like, all right, that's whatever. And then I'm looking through. You would think in 50 something pages of a rule book, they'd be able to put in here's how you put it back into the lovely insert that we have. Nope, not a thing. It's just here's all the compartments and there's all your stuff. Good luck. Like, come on.
I will say they did the Stone Maid trick. I will say because he did it with Scythe first, I believe, where on the side of the bottom part of the box they have how to put everything away.
That's what we did with the Stuff of Legend. Why? When you put all that wrap, like, one, don't advertise other games on that. That's dumb. Two, you wrap it with art. That's fine, but wrap 3 sides of it. And not all games need it. Like charcuterie doesn't need that. Cool.
Right.
But when you have something that's that thick with that many pieces, use one of those panels. If you can't add 1 page to the rule book, which I get, if you add a page, you're adding 4 pages, fine. If you don't have the room in the rule book, either do a 1 sheet or put it on the side of the bottom box. Like, why are we not doing this?
Yeah. I know. It's a waste of space that could be really used, right?
Yeah. That irks me almost as much as not putting poly bags in there for components. How are you not putting bags in there to hold the components that you're popping out of the... Like, come on.
You know what that speaks to me is that it's and it does happen with Kickstarters more than retail, I think. And it's because you're kind of up against a gun to get it delivered. Because with retail, you get that game from the printer, right? And you go through it all, make sure it all looks good. And once you have all of that, you can go, okay, here are the bags I need, because you could put them all in bags, right?
Right.
But whenever you don't have that back and forth time, because you're like, just get it out, you don't have time to do that. They're like, well, we've already packaged like 3/4 of your run, so we're not going to open them up and put in more bags. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if you're rushing or if it's your first time and you didn't think of it, but you play games. Like, if you're making games, you play games. Very few games that fund and are successful are from people that don't play games or haven't played games before. So you mean to tell me you haven't run into, oh, I have to go get my Ziplocs, or I don't have bags for this stuff, so it's just in the box. Like, you haven't run into that problem before?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I actually didn't have a problem with the way things kind of fit in the game trays, or I don't know if it's official game trays or if they made them themselves or use a different company, but the trays for the game that are plastic and whatnot. The only thing that they did that I don't like is that they have solo split up all over the place, and I ignored that. Nope, I threw all the solo stuff into one bag, wrote solo on it, and buried it as deep as I could because I'll never use it.
That makes sense. I'm surprised you even kept it in the box.
It's the collector part of me. I got to keep the crap. You know what it is? You know?
Makes sense.
I got to keep all this stuff. I even, the little advertisement pages that they get, and they're like, "Hey, do you know you like this game? Well, you might like this other game and stuff." I take those and put them underneath the insert.
I mean, sometimes you have to put stuff under the insert.
Oh, sure. Like I put all solo rule books
Yeah.
under the insert.
Like in the little
Remember?
compartment
Yeah.
that's underneath it. Yeah.
Right. I'll never use it. So
I like the DeVere ones. So in a DeVere game, it has German and Italian and French and all the rule books, right? Do you throw those out or do you keep those?
Oh no, I take all those other languages and shove them underneath the insert.
You put them under too? Wow.
Yeah. I mean, I'm surprised I don't take the plastic that it came in and fold it up.
Yeah, seriously.
For this kind of level thing. Yeah, see, there you go. Tim does the same thing.
Hmm.
If anything, if someday I want to sell a good chunk of my my collection right now anyway. But when I do, I can tell them anything that came in that box is still in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't have a single missing piece from any of my games.
That you know of.
Oh, I would know.
Would you?
Yeah, I'd know. Yep.
Okay. I believe you.
I had one game, I can't remember what it is, but I know that it's a green wooden disc and it didn't come with it. And so I contacted the publisher. I was like, hey, you got any more of those extra wooden discs? They sent me one. I was like, excellent. Put it in there.
Nice. It's good.
Yep. I am not alone. Look at that. That's great.
Ooh, that's a good question.
Do you save the score sheets after games? I do for probably like 1 or 2 sheets of them because I like to, when you open it up, see what the last game was. But after a while, I'll get rid of them once they're written on.
Depends on who I played with. For me.
Oh, sure. I mean, if you had like an epic game or something that you want to remember. Yeah. Oh, that'd be kind of cool to put on the inside like a pocket where you could put in like the score sheets or something like that.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good.
How many expansion boxes do you have? All of them. I have all of them.
Wow.
I don't like to condense. One of my favorite things we ever did when I was working at Breaking Games is that we made sure that the expansion for Rise of Tribes, the entire box, goes inside the box for standard.
Oh.
So you don't have to lose the box. The whole box goes inside. Because it's a small one and a big one now. So.
That's funny. Good thinking.
That was pretty cool. You can't do that with everybody, but
No.
you know.
No.
Anyway, they got us all sidetracked. So who cares?
That's all right.
Do you have? I'm gonna say one more time. Do you have a Luca painting for us?
I have a Luca painting.
Is he doing it right now on your television?
No, I don't know what they're doing. They're making a mess in the living room. Not Rangers are
That's
up
good.
too. Yeah. So I have a Luca painting. What's coming up? Do I have announcements? No, I guess not. There's a fundraiser in November. I can wait. Yeah. So Luca, the little kid that keeps coming and popping in and asking Chris if he wants fish, is turning.
I do now.
Huh?
If he comes back, tell him I want the fish.
You want the fish now? Okay.
Yeah. And then take it from him and mail it to me.
You want me to take his fish from him?
I want the fish. He's offering the fish. I want the fish.
Okay.
I'm kidding. Don't do that.
I'll mail it to you.
Don't do that. That's so mean.
Yeah, so he's been painting. He turns 3 in a few weeks, and he's been painting on watercolor. And every Monday we show one of his paintings and try and figure out how disturbed Chris is. And this week might not be much different.
Oh, you got a nice dark looking one for us?
I mean, maybe. This was done beginning of the month. And this is today's.
Ooh. I like the colors.
I do too.
It is nice and dark. Can I make you the big one here?
You can.
Show it off a little bit better. There we go.
Here.
Yeah. You need to get a better camera so we can see more detail. It's really weird because I kind of see like a turkey in the white part right there. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That's what I'm seeing. Is I'm seeing a turkey with a bunch of explosions around it, like it's running and explosions of different colors.
Perfect. Okay.
What's everybody in the comments see here?
Luca, I get it.
Hey,
see it.
Michael.
Hey, Mike. Long time no see.
It's for sport.
Yeah. No, we don't flip it upside down. It stays.
What's everybody else see? I'm not utilizing the green or the pink
Luca,
colors.
you have to be quiet, buddy. I'm on the show.
There you go. Primordial element titans. Rock, water, nature, fire. Oh, I could see that. Oh, I didn't even notice the brown at the top. Yeah, they're all chasing that turkey. Primordial
Rock,
elements.
fire. Nice. I like it.
Yeah, you can make a board game off of that. The Aurora Borealis just happened.
Nice. A hand holding an empty 2-liter bottle.
Okay, I'm gonna have to try to see this one. A
Where's
hand
the
holding. I don't even see the hand. Where's the hand? An empty 2-liter, but I'm not seeing that one. You have to explain that one, Di. See what else we got. A dog in the lower left corner. Oh, I see the dog, definitely. He's looking to the side, yeah. That's a good one. I see a big silver fist punching up. Oh yeah, right there. That's where the turkey is, but yeah.
Careful, Dave.
What's going on here? Oh, I see a black smoke monster in the top left trying to eat a green ghost. Black smoke monster.
Interesting. Stop.
Oh, the pink is the thumb up. Holding. Okay. I'm going to say I see it so she doesn't feel bad.
That's even worse.
I'm just kidding. I mean, I see the thumb. I don't quite see a 2-liter, but. Footprints. Oh, okay. Like the green is the heel, and then it's kind of going up, maybe.
Okay.
Good strategy.
Hey,
Alan, tell us what you see, Alan.
Yeah, what do you got?
Let's see. See what everybody else is saying here. Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff in this one. I can't unsee the dog now, actually.
So it's funny for me. I don't know what's going on in all the other areas, but all I see right there is a husky.
Is a what?
A husky.
Oh, yeah. Well, you're showing the turkey. You mean the dog at the bottom?
That's the nose. That's the tongue. This is the husky up here. The eyes and the ear.
Oh, no, that's a turkey.
That's a husky.
You see the turkey, right?
I don't see a turkey.
You don't see the turkey?
I see a husky.
The bottom left part is the beak of the turkey.
Like here?
Yeah, that's the beak of the turkey, and then behind him is his tail thing, whatever that is.
Is the white the turkey's head?
Yeah. It's the white. The black is like behind it, exploding.
Okay. There
we go.
Hey, Luca,
it's a red dragon with green wings, breathing yellow fire, leaving ash in its wake.
Let me have the tongs.
Red dragon.
Come here for a second.
Green wings.
Okay. So this is unnamed. Okay. There's no name.
Yep.
I'm gonna ask you a question. Yep. What is this?
It's a oven.
It's a what?
It's an oven.
An oven?
It's an oven.
An oven?
Yeah.
It's an
Where you
oven?
cook things in?
No, not that
What
oven.
are you cooking?
Where's the oven here?
Right
Show me the
there.
oven. Where?
Right here.
That's the oven?
Yeah.
Okay, it's an oven.
I don't know.
I half expected him to go, it's a painting.
Oh, wait. I don't
It's a
know.
painting. Okay.
Because he's your kid, I expected it.
Thank you, buddy. Do you want to say hi to Chris? Yeah? Come here. It's turning into the fucking kids show. Say hi. You're a goofball.
Could be the art of the next expansion for Spirit On. It is kind of those colors, isn't it?
The art.
Husky's nose
Oh,
is the
Spirit
top
On.
of the 2-liter. Still trying to figure out the 2-liter bottle thing.
The Husky's nose is the top of the 2-liter?
Oh, cooking a witch in the oven. Oh.
Dang.
Dolphins?
Okay.
Doesn't
I thought he was
everybody
saying
see a
dolphin
dolphin?
too, but he was saying oven. Don't break this. Thank you. All right, you want to wave? All right, go watch. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Roar. There you go. Okay. Good. Don't throw. Not on. No. Not here. Thank you.
I'd love to have a dragon's my oven. You need the dragon breath all over your food.
Yeah, I don't see the oven, but okay. He sees an oven, so now it's called oven.
Okay.
No.
Pterodactyl
No.
with rollers in its hair. The husky's tongue is its beak.
Is it speak?
Okay. You people are weird. I don't see that you have a banner for this quiz thing that you want to put me through. So we're going to do top 5 stuff first. Is that right?
Oh yeah, I definitely didn't put the banner.
Neither did I. Top 5 board games from 2011 is what we're doing.
Yeah, I didn't do the banners.
That's fine. You want to jump into the list?
Yeah, let's do it. I'm going to turn this into. Oh, I'm not going to do it yet. Because if I put a banner in there, then you'll know, and I'm not doing it.
All right, that's fine. It's fine. You can write it later.
I'll write it later when we go to do it. Yeah, we'll do our list. Let's do our list. That should go quick.
Cool. All right, so what's cool ideas for game designers? That's true. Sometimes just looking at a bunch of Rorschach kind of stuff could give you some good ideas.
Go watch.
All right, so what are your caveats for the list or anything like that? What didn't you add? Anything? Did you have any rules?
No, I think it's overarching. I think it's going to be no expansions unless the expansion was so important to the game. Which
I mean, that's subjective. I'm leaving it as a line, none for me. But you can break your own rules. That's fine.
Unless something comes up where it's like it was so important to the success or the fun or something of the game that made it better. Like I personally, unless the group I'm playing Waterdeep with is that new, I won't ever play that game without Scoundrels and Skullports. I think that it just adds enough to the game where one, it's not too complicated to teach to anybody, and it makes that corruption. It just gives you more choices in the game. So unless something is that amazing for a game, expansions are off the list.
I don't think I would ever play without that expansion for Lords of Waterdeep.
Okay.
And if I wanted to show somebody something that's just a little bit easier to grok than that, I'd probably show them my own game.
Makes sense.
Because that's gateway to. That's Lords of Waterdeep is also gateway, but there's levels to everything, right?
Yeah, that makes sense. All right, no fighting, please. Thank you.
This is weird because I have it. I have the whole Tuscany thing, but I've never played it with it.
Right.
And I need to. But.
Right. Yeah, I mean, Tuscany for viticulture makes sense, right?
But I don't know. I haven't played it. I've heard good stuff.
Right. I mean, I get it. Guys, enough. They're like fencing.
Yeah, that's what you do.
Not Monday nights after 9 o'clock.
Uh, um,
Yes.
so,
Other than that,
yeah.
there was nothing. There was nothing I purposefully left off the list.
Okay. I did say that I was going to leave, or I was going to use new versions of games, like if it's second edition or something like that, if I hadn't played first edition. That's going to be the rule throughout as well, but that didn't come into play this year.
Okay,
And I also don't have any expansions on mine. So.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
I approve of that rule.
All right. Do you want to go first?
Didn't I go first last time?
I don't know. I don't pay attention to the show.
I didn't. I say it every time, and then you just go first.
Well, then you go first.
It's really funny. Oh.
Hmm.
Let me just update my scores. Okay.
Because I think we're only going to step on each other's toes in one game. Might be two, but we'll see.
Well, I'm coming out of the gate hot with the one that I think you're gonna hit. So, also my
Fair
internet's
enough.
going down, but that's super fun.
That'd be perfect. You're just about to say it, and then I steal it because your internet freezes. That'd be great. Oh, hold on. Let me get it ready here so we can show everybody.
Yes,
I know what
Sam.
you're about to say.
This is how it runs.
Take shit.
Yeah, so I'm not waiting on this one because it's of the games from 2011. This is definitely my favorite. It's been my favorite out. Rangers won 4-1. It's been my favorite for a while now. It's Dark Moon. Dark Moon it's one of my favorite games. I'm gonna go.
I can talk about Dark Moon because Dark Moon is my number. What was my number? My number. Let's see. Dark Moon, my number 4, not my number 1. Although that was really hard not to make it my number 4. If you haven't played Dark Moon, it used to be Battlestar Galactica, but not really printed that way. It was like a fan-based Battlestar Galactica game, and then it got picked up by Stronghold Games, and they didn't get the license, so they changed it to kind of the same idea. You're stuck on a station on the moon, and someone's gotten infected by the alien virus. You don't know who it is. Could be 1 or 2 people, might even be 3 people, depending on the player count. Because this plays up to, I want to say, 7 players. It's on the cover of the box. Why are you saying no to me? I don't know what you're holding. What is that? Oh, okay. So he's drugging the kids to make them go to sleep. I know. Grogu. Nice. I was just telling him about your pick since you can't talk. But yeah, so Dark Moon, somebody's infected. The thing that I really liked about this, compared to other games that have like traders and stuff, is that you can be really effective even after you're discovered. So
all of that.
I talked all about your pick for you.
Yes, that's great. I'm sure it's all the same stuff that I adore about this game.
Yeah, it's really easy to teach too. Like everything you need to know is right on a little player shield right in front of you, right?
Yep.
And it's not like those things where, like, if you ask a question, you're giving away that you're a bad guy.
Right.
For the most part, there's 1 or 2 questions you might ask that could give it away, but you know.
Yep. Yeah, and the only thing that really, I mean, it depends on how you are as a player, and if you can keep a straight face, because those dice are the way they are for you to use, right? And of course they're negative because they're negative. Like, they're just going to be negative. And it's like everybody coming out in coup as the Duke. Well, not everybody's a traitor, but those dice make you think that everybody in the table is playing to just screw the game up. It's awesome.
I've done this as well. If I'm infected and someone else plays a poor infected, or at least someone suspects them for no good reason, I'll totally throw them into the bus, yeah, or throw them under the bus.
under the bus because they still win. Even if they're outed, they still win if the traders win. It works.
And no matter what happens while playing this game, listen to Die is what I've learned. Any kind of trader game, just listen to her.
Yeah, you screwed up that massively.
That was a different game though. But yeah, this is a great game.
It's phenomenal. It's super fun. There's an expansion of corporate something, or I don't remember what it's called. Yeah, there's an expansion. It's red. This one's green. The other one's red. But I've never played with it. I've never felt the need to play with it. I think the game is damn near perfect the way it is. I think Evan did an amazing job with this game, and I'm glad it went from that print and play thing that was on BGG, and Steven decided to bring this in as a full game for Stonehenge. Not Stonehenge. What the hell was this?
Stronghold.
Stronghold.
It's right there in front of you.
Can't read it. Too tiny. Yeah.
It's in the box.
But yeah, this game's fantastic.
Right there. The box.
Yeah, I can't read that. It's so tiny.
Okay.
Tony, I just mentioned that. I haven't played with the expansion. I'd love to. I have it. I've never felt the need to.
Yeah, this is one of those games that whenever they say there's an expansion, you're like, I don't need an expansion.
Yeah.
Like it's so good. It's good as it is.
Yeah. Yeah, this game is phenomenal. It's definitely in my top of all time. I love Dark Moon. I would play it whenever.
I'd love to see it remade with new up today's kind of art. Because the art's kind of not great, but
Yep. It's dated, but it's supposed to be dated, right? It's supposed to make you feel like you're in that that place on a planet that's about to get overrun with bad things and dirty and run down, and it's got everything about it's got that aesthetic. But new edition would be great.
All right.
Didn't it play 7 people?
Yeah. It's
8.
on the box. It says it on the box right there.
It's so tiny.
3 to 7.
It's so tiny.
Get a bigger monitor. All right. So that's your number 5. That was my number 4.
Really?
And we should say mine are in order of number 1 is my most favorite. Number 5 is my least of the 5. Yours are in order of let's try to screw over Chris's list.
No. I like when that happens, but my order is I try and go off of what you say. Like if you say something that's worker placement, I'll try and do a worker placement. You do something that's whatever, I'll try and do whatever. That's usually what I try and do. I try and go with what you're saying.
So ordered, random.
Not ordered. Yep.
Random.
Yep.
Okay, so what I'll do is I put all my tabs in the opposite order, so I have to look at what it was my number 5. Okay, so my number 5, which you didn't mess with, is still my number 5, and it is Mansions of Madness.
Wow, you took one of mine.
Oh, really?
Yep.
This is one I didn't know if you'd had because I don't know if you've played the second edition with the app.
I have.
Okay, so I didn't know if you'd have it on here because you might like the app more. I haven't played the second edition yet. So this is the only Mansions of Madness I've played, so I can happily put it up and talk about it. If you don't mess up the setup, it's a great game.
Correct.
But I have played the game twice, I believe, where and it was my fault, messed up the setup. The whole game is kaput. And you don't know about it until like an hour in or something, right?
Yep.
They're like, wait a minute, there should be something in here, and there's not. And you're like, oh yeah, did I put that somewhere else?
Yeah.
Oh, it's over here in the box. Sorry, you were all doomed to die anyway. But I don't even know if you can get this edition. I wouldn't tell someone to get this edition though, because I know I have played the Lord of the Rings game that has the similar app, and that app is really great. So I would love to play this version with that app. I just haven't done it.
Yeah. Stop. Both of you.
But I would play this game again. I have it, so I would play it again if someone wanted to. I just kind of want to play the second edition. Just try that out. So
The second edition is good. The Lord of the Rings version of it with the way the app is integrated is really good. But this game, like you said, needs to be set up properly. If not, you're fucked. Like you just wasted an hour and a half, 2 hours of your time. I prefer this one over the second edition.
really,
Yep. I love if you have someone that doesn't mind rocking the mansion and can set it up properly. I think this one would create a better experience. And it's a lot of people won't want to take the time to sit out and be a one versus all. They'd rather be in and then go for the second edition because obviously it's fully co-op. But
right.
I ran into multiple times in the narrative that didn't make sense based on the game. Like it
Oh.
was talking about some flying monster and there was no flying monster, or we had a knight gaunt in the hallway and it was talking about a Shuggoth or something that was like, it just took away from the like, especially if you're going to make sure that the app is there to help and create a narrative for everyone so we can all be on the same team. It took me away from the game. And I've played this multiple times. Not once has somebody screwed it up, which was great. But I know that that's a thing. But one of my most favorite stories from board gaming came out of this game when my neighbors were getting me into the game. I think I've talked about it before. The scenario. Can we stop? I feel like I'm in a mansion of madness right now. Stop. We started the game. There's a whole narrative, opening scene, whatever, and we're in the main hall, and it's me and John and his wife was the mansion, and there was this guy. He was like on fire or something, screaming at the front door saying, "Don't go in the freezer." Like that's the only thing I heard, and I was like, "Fuck, I'm going in the freezer." The whole game, I was locked in the freezer. The lights went out. A portal opened. A fire broke out. I couldn't get out of the freezer the entire game. We did not do well, but it was hilarious. We couldn't. It was like the game that I played with Richard running Arkham, and I couldn't roll for shit. It was one of those moments where I was like, it was the most brutal, but it was the most fun that came out of it.
Go back. A man on fire comes out screaming to you, "Don't go in the freezer," and you did what?
I immediately went to the freezer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then you're the person in the horror movie. I go, they deserve that.
Yeah, I'm not saying I didn't deserve it. I had to check them. I'm like, I'm going to the freezer. They're like, no, don't go to the freezer. The guy said, don't go to the freezer. I'm like, yeah, but that's probably just to throw you off, and I want to see what's in the freezer. It went very poorly, but it was great.
Yeah. I don't think I've played all the scenarios in this either. I think I think there's 5 in the game, and I played 4 out of the 5, but I don't remember. Now it's been so long, so I'd play them all again. So.
I adore Mansions of Madness. The second edition's fine, but I think for app-driven stuff, I think Return to Dark Tower is brilliant, and I love the new Descent. What they did with the app-driven part of that, I think it's just way more intuitive. It flows really nicely, and the app version of this was just I was sad. So I like this one better.
When did you play the app? Was it freshly new? Because maybe they fixed a few bugs.
It wasn't fresh. It wasn't like they had time to update and patch or whatever they needed to do. It wasn't right when it came out.
I'd still give it a chance, but yeah, good to know. Makes me happier that I still have the first edition then.
Yeah, it was more of because I love all things Arkham Horror.
Yeah.
Right. So like to have that break in the narrative while I'm trying to like play in the game and be like, all right, well, my character's going to go do this and I'm going to go do that or whatever. And then to have that narrative, like I couldn't get myself, it happened once and I was like, oh, whatever. It could have just been, maybe we hit a wrong button or something, but then it happened multiple times in that game. And it was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. All right. So I'm supposed to snake to talking about my 4th one. However, we already talked about my 4th one, which is Dark Moon. Almost said Dark Madness. Start mixing them up. So it's not my number 4. It's my number 6. I'll just shove it in there just to talk about it. So I don't mind you taking my number 4. And my number 6 is Fortune and Glory. Fortune and Glory is Indiana Jones in a box. It's one of those big like Axis and Allies, original Axis and Allies size boxes almost. It's a little thinner top wise, but it is cumbersome, clunky, long, and waits a long time for your turn. However, it does deliver on what it promises, which is you feel like you are in the getting artifacts and getting them past Nazis and climbing aboard submarines and all that Indiana Jonesness. That's in this box, and it's going to make you feel like you're in there. Just know that once you're done with your turn and feeling like Indiana Jones, you're going to wait 20-30 minutes until it's back to your turn again. So that's what's my number 6, not on the top 5, but yeah. So this isn't actually art. This company uses photos. They take prepared photos, and then they kind of Photoshop brush them, or just use a filter really, and then put them all together. I don't like it.
Go with one there.
I don't like it for any of their games like that. But yeah, that is the actual cover art. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And it's one of those coffin boxes too. It's big.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's like as big as like the old Axis and Allies. In fact, it sits on top of my Axis and Allies because it doesn't fit in the Kallax shelf.
Yeah.
But this was before people were using Kallax shelves, so it's kind of forgivable. It's a big game. And in fact, I should show some pictures.
They still make stuff for it too. Like that, they still have a bunch of stuff for this game.
So see, you can tell they set up like whole scenes, took pictures and all that stuff. See if they have any actual game pictures in here. That'd be nice. There's cards. I want to see like the game on the table. There we go. Nope.
Oh my God, these kids.
That's better. A little bit anyway. Yeah. So lots of cards, some minis, going around the world. There's a Zeppelin over there. You got your card, your person that you're playing.
And it comes with a sub from Jimmy John's.
What?
Like packs of cards came with that stick of gum that you don't ever want to eat. Fortune and Glory actually comes with a sub from Jimmy John's.
What? No, it doesn't.
It's right there.
That one? No. That'd be funny though. No. But if you played any of the Flying Frog games, it's very similarly done. It's almost kind of like the same game with different themes almost. So never heard of this. Well, I mean 2011, so it's an older game. Yep. And like I said, it's clunky. It's a little cluttered on your table. It's the rules are a little bit of a mess and all, but once you get through it, you can have a really good Indiana. I would play it 2-player, honestly. So you don't have to wait too long.
You would or you wouldn't?
I would. Because the player count doesn't change anything for the game other than the fact that you're waiting longer for your turn.
Gotcha.
So
I haven't played this one.
I might be in Tokyo and you're just all the way over in South America or something. We had nothing to do with each other.
Right. Kind of like you in Texas and me in New York.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's my number 6.
I do like the Last Night on Earth from them. I enjoyed that one. I think that was fun.
We talked about that last, not the last episode, but the episode before when we were doing games before 2010 and before. They're the same people that did that one, and that's that again. I mean, they really nail the feeling that they're trying to deliver. You feel like you're in one of those old zombie movies.
Yep.
Like they did a great job, but it's clunky. It's so clunky.
It's clunky. It's dated. Like it needs a new rule set, but it definitely you got to get past that art style. If you're not a fan of, like, I know Cryptozoic gets shit on a lot for a lot of their games because they take stills from games or like those kind of things. These are more production value. Like they look they're staged, but they're staged
Oh, yeah.
purposefully for whatever it is. But if you're not a fan of that kind of thing, you won't like it at all.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's all original pictures. It's not taken from movies and stuff, but
Yep.
yeah. But yeah, I
Uh,
would love for this to go through the ringer of the new design age that we're in. Basically, the more tight games, faster rules, easier to get into, better art, all that stuff. I would love for this to get repackaged and redone. I would back it again, even though I have the original. So,
Hmm.
so that's my number 6, which I replaced for my 4 because that was Dark Mode. So, what's your number 4, sir?
Right, which makes no sense because it was your number 6.
Make no
and I
sense.
went over to your number 4. Right. Good thing they're in order though, so they make sense.
You're
I'm gonna stick with big games with a lot of stuff, and I still like this game. I was shocked when I knew it came out in 2011 because I started playing it again, but I was shocked that it was from 2011, and I think it does a lot of stuff really well still for it being a 2011 game and being an IP and based on a video game. One of my favorites, Gears of War.
Oh,
I love Gears of War.
that's not how you spell Gears of War.
Nope. Yeah, should have Jersey Mike's instead for sure.
I've
Yeah.
never played this.
They did a really good job. It basically follows Gears 1. It's got Cole and it's got the main 4. But it feels, you feel the pressure of the game. Those are nice painted. Oh my god. You feel the pressure of the game because you have a hand limit, and when you take wounds, you're losing your hands like the cards.
Hmm.
And on your turn, you don't really draw a lot of cards in the game. So there's a lot of repeats in the deck, which are good because you need to be able to do things. But you have a top and bottom to the card, and sometimes it's attack then move, sometimes it's move then attack, and it really depends on where you are in the game. But it uses cover really well. Like, not only do the locusts go into the cover, but you can go into cover, and that gives you a benefit. And line of sight is really done really well in this game. And even the intro scenario is punishing. And then you go into 2, where you got to get the Hammer of Dawn, and you got the Berserker, and it's a dungeon crawl, like it's scenario based. So you set up a certain amount of map tiles, kind of like Mansions of Madness. But then you got to get to the door, like to end the scenario or that part of the act, you got to get to a thing, and then the rest of it opens up and new things are populated. And then you got to go through that level. And they have 2 mission packs that are super hard to find. But they did a really good job with this one. I still like it. I recently just started playing it with Bailey, who sometimes pops up in the chat. And it kicked our ass, like massively kicked our ass, multiple weeks. But it was fun where, like, all right, we got to do it again. Like, what do we do better? Like, how can we do better? It's really fun. I like the way the AI works with the villains, like with all the locusts and how they get populated and how the events trigger and how you're moving around trying to lure that bastard to the exit. And they do a really good job in this game, and I still enjoy it a lot.
That's cool.
It's really neat.
I like a good dungeon crawler. I've never played this one.
Are you a fan of the series?
I've never played it.
You never played Gears of War, the video game?
I know nothing about it.
Oh, man.
What system was it on?
Xbox.
Okay. Was it in computer PC as well?
Sure.
Because there was a big chunk of time where I jumped out of consoles and stuck to computers, and then now I'm back to consoles again. So.
Yeah, maybe. Yes, you have the ability to use your chainsaw instead, and it's just roll 4 dice and annihilate them. Yeah, it's good. I mean, the villains have, like, they drop their weapons. So as you defeat a villain, you take one of the villain tiles. It's got like a marker, and you flip it over, and either it dropped a weapon or it just has an X and you didn't get anything out of it. So there's like a level up system to it where you can get their weapons to use. I like it a lot. It's one of my favorite Corey designs, I think.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
Really good.
Why don't you bring it to next game thing we're at, and we'll play it.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll bring it. Well, PAX probably not, but
Yeah, PAX is not a play
yeah,
game.
for sure. Actually, recently, because I have my copy that I don't bring to either QsCon or game nights because I don't want anything to happen to it. And then I noticed somebody was selling a copy. Like Bailey got her own copy, and then I picked up a second copy. Like I paid a little bit for it, but because now I have a copy that I'll bring places and play. Otherwise, I don't want my copy fucked with, you know. So yeah,
All right,
it's a really good one. Definitely, if you can play it with someone who knows how to like turn order and setup and stuff, because you know, finding the right tiles and putting them in the right order, like it's got that feel to it.
I find that with almost any dungeon crawler game is I want someone experienced kind of leading the way, teaching that game.
It helps.
All right, so that's your number 4. What's your number 3?
I'm gonna stick with dungeons, but go completely hard left on this one.
Okay.
So it's got dungeon in the title. And it is kind of a dungeon crawl, but it's got elements of dexterity. It's fully co-op. It's been a hit every time I've brought it out and played it. I've had a blast with it every time I've played somebody else's copy. They just recently did a second edition, which I haven't played yet. So I don't know anything about the second edition of this game other than the dice feel cheaper because I've seen the dice. And Mike nailed it right on the head. It's Dungeon Fighter.
Dungeon what? Oh, Fighter.
Fighter.
I started to put in Dungeon Pets when you said Dungeon was an
Nope, Dungeon Fighter.
You've talked about this one before.
Yeah, this game's great. The original version has 4 expansions for each element: earth, fire, water, and air. And it adds more stuff to it, like whatever, challenges and shit, more bosses and more stuff. But ultimately, there's a target in the center of the board. There's a couple holes in it that count as misses. And on your turn, you decide where you want to go in the dungeon. You're going to fight some of these monsters. They have hit points and health and shields and all those things. Some of them have requirements of how you have to bounce your die, because the idea is you're bouncing your die on the table onto the target, and where it lands on the target is how much health how much damage you did to the creature, the monster. It's not tumbling dice. But yeah, it's a fun dice dexterity game.
How do you say Wojowinisi Podzimia?
You weren't even listening to me. You're trying to pronounce this in your head for 5 minutes, weren't you?
No. I did the whole dexterity thing and everything. It's great.
Yeah, did you?
Yeah, you sold me.
How do you do damage to the monsters?
Different. I mean, everything's different. The monsters are different, you said.
But how do you do damage to the monsters?
It's, target thing. Go on. It's your pick. You talk about it.
Yeah. So, yeah, there's your target. It's got the holes in it. And you bounce the die on the table, and then where it lands in the target is how much health you do. But if you notice, there's somebody else that go back. There's somebody else there holding the person's hand with the die. Some of the weapons you have requirements, like you have to jump off the floor and throw it, and you can't be touching the floor, or you have to toss it under your leg, or you have to throw it from below the table. And this one actually is a helper where you have to have somebody else take your hand and throw it. So what that person has to do is then roll the die, but it has to hit the table always once, maybe twice, and then land on the target. And depending on where it lands, that's how much damage you're doing to it. But you get gold and you get weapons, and you're traversing the dungeon, trying to get to the final boss and beat it. It's a blast every time I played it.
It's fun.
Yeah, I love this one. That tower comes with it. That's the different levels of the dungeon you're going through. Yeah, it's super fun. Again, I don't know about the second edition. The only thing, and I've seen the dice, and I think the dice just felt a little cheaper, but the game's been a hit every time. Yeah, you got to throw it under your leg. It's a good one. Still a favorite.
Seems like a pretty tight room to be playing in.
It does look like it's a tight room to be playing in.
Ah, pretty interesting. Yeah, I've never played that one.
That's a good one.
Cool. All right, so my number 3 is very far from that. My number 3 isn't showing up. Hold on.
Perfect. Spell it right.
My number 3 is Trajan.
Trajan's not one of the ones I was going to talk about, but it is on my list.
It's not a dexterity game.
Not at all.
At
Rondell or Moncala?
It's a rondel, so you should have been able to guess that'd be on my game. Yeah, that's that's basically the board. Yeah, rondel game. It might be one of the first, if not the first rondel game I ever played. Because I remember I played maybe the year after it came out, 2012, 2013. We've had that for a while. We have the old black box. And the board isn't gorgeous. The board is Euro. It's very Euro, right? The pieces are Euro. You can see all of that and stuff. I'd love to see a new revamp of it where maybe it's a little bit more gorgeous looking stuff, graphic design and all. But it's not really, it doesn't really hurt from that. You just forgive it and know that you're playing a Euro. But the basic rondel idea of pick up those, whatever they're called, pips or tokens, or the little cylinders, and move them around and do that action. If you can, you get little free actions off to the side and stuff. It's so good. It's one of those. It's one of the early brain burners for me that I got, and I was like, "Ooh, I actually like these," because before games like this, I was playing Talisman and other things that are not brain burners at all. And it was nice to power grid to silly Talisman or something like that. It was nice to go like, oh, I also like all this stuff, and it was one of the first games to like push out my boundaries of games I like. So. Yep. It's a good one. I kind of want to play it. The minute I opened this up, I was like, ooh, what want to play?
Didn't it just get a reprint?
It did. I don't think it looks any different, though. I could be wrong. But, I mean, maybe it looks a little sharper or something. But, yeah, I mean, if this is the new one, that looks pretty much like the one I have.
Yeah, it's got that rondel. Which, Luca, I played Finca over the weekend, and I still love it. I remember I showed you that new edition last week.
Yep.
And I hadn't played it yet. I still love it. I think it's a great game.
Nice.
But I like rondels a lot.
Yeah, rondels are good.
Yep.
I got to finish my design. But yeah, check it out. It's a good game if you haven't played it. Okay, so then I'm doing my number 2. That one. And my number 2 is almost the opposite. We're gonna fly over to the other end. What do you think it is? If it's the opposite of this, what do you think it is?
King of Tokyo.
Bam.
No shit. Wow.
Yeah. King of Tokyo. I played this.
On my list.
Oh, is it? That's awesome.
I mean, I wasn't talking about it, but I had it down.
Oh, okay. I played the dark version of this maybe 3 weeks ago for the first time. I mean, it's basically the same game except there's like one little tweak where you can get some extra powers a different way.
Yeah.
And the artwork looks confusingly the same, because it's all dark. But
I like that, confusingly the same.
Yeah, like all the monsters are done in black and white. So it's kind of hard to tell them apart sometimes. It's still good art though, but it's the same game. And this is such an easy, just like break it out, play the game, and you can teach it really fast, especially if someone's familiar with Yahtzee, right? Because it's just monsters with Yahtzee.
Yeah, it's King of the Yahtzee, King of the Hill.
Yeah, yeah, and it's replayable even today. So this one I would definitely say is a classic, or will be a classic, whatever the time frame or whatever, because it's going to survive for a long time.
Yeah, I think so. It's got a lot of good. It's got a lot of good stuff to it. Now, the hardest thing to do with this one is teach the cards.
The little square cards, the little power cards that you get.
Yeah. really it. Even like the energy and how that works with the cards is great. Leaving Tokyo and taking the punch and then healing, like it's all pretty simple.
Yeah, if you have like I have a Halloween edition part 2 with it, and their little square cards have gifts. So it's stuff you can give to other people and it messes with them. So, yeah. Yeah, King of Tokyo is still King of Tokyo.
Nice. Yeah, it's a good one.
I'm guessing very fun game is King of Tokyo. Could be Trajan. Either way, I agree.
That's why you picked them.
But yeah. So what's your number 2? Number 2.
I get to double up, don't I?
Yep.
I can do 2 and 1. All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to do 1. I've talked about this one enough, though. I don't need to talk about this one again. I'm going to talk about Village.
Oh, I didn't expect this one on your list.
Yeah. Because why not? I mean, there's another one on my list I talk about enough. But Village, it's a worker placement game, which is cool.
Yep.
But you're creating history in your village. And as time moves on, your workers die. And they go into the history books as like part of the village's history. And I mean, I love worker placement games, and I love that the strategy of where to put, when to put, and doing all the resource management stuff that comes along with it. But then the idea of your workers aging out was new for me. And I really enjoyed this one. I think they had a couple expansion or a spinoff. The Village Inn, I think, was one. But I really enjoyed this one. And if not just because it's a worker placement game that I enjoyed from this year, the idea of your workers aging out was something different and weird at first to think about now your workers in the history books, like it's part of your village's history. It was neat.
Yeah. No, I agree. I've only played this once. After I played it at the convention, I went and bought it. And then when I opened it, I realized I had forgotten how to play. And then thought, okay, I need time to learn it. And I still haven't relearned it. So, but
Nice.
I want to, because you're right. I believe this is the first time that they did the whole your workers have advanced or aged or whatever, and now you get new ones and stuff like that.
Yeah. It was different. I hadn't played, like, your workers always come back, right? They always come home. Your workers always come home, and this one wasn't, and it still had all the fun things to wrap your head around in regards to where to go and when to go, and can I wait, or do I need it now, and what's my strategy? But then the idea of your workers not coming home was, and you want to kind of get in the history books. Like, there's a purpose. It's not like you had them for 5 turns and that's it. Like, getting into the history books actually meant something in the game. Like having them die, like they could die earlier than you want them to, but having them retire or whatever they called them, there was a purpose for that. It meant something. And I thought that was really neat.
You die of dysentery, and then you get put in the book.
Yeah, Fourth River. Yeah.
Yeah, no, good pick.
Yeah.
It's not on my 5, but it's in my list. Yep.
Nice. Well, I'm glad I brought that one up.
All right, so now we're on to your number 1, your favorite of all of these that we've listed.
No, my favorite of all of these that we listed is still Dark Moon. That's why I started with that one.
No, you started with that one because you wanted to say it before me.
I did, because it's my favorite. So why not talk about that one immediately? But this from 2011, I think this one has more staying power. I think it can be broken out anywhere at any time and be taught really quickly. You don't even need to have the game in order to play the game. You can just use bar coasters to do it. And it's Skull.
It's what?
Skull.
Oh, Skull.
Skull. Yeah.
Like you said, spell.
Nope, Skull. They just got a new edition too. It's a pink box. It's got a different colorway on the art, and then it's got a last chance or second chance tile. That's a clover. that comes into play with certain things. The original was called Skull and Roses, but this game you literally can use bar coasters, and then all you need to do is put an X on one of them, and that represents the skull. But on your turn, you either take one of your skulls and put it down in front, face down in front. I'm sorry, one of your coasters face down in front of you, or you start guessing. You start number guessing, and the idea is you're gonna get through the amount that you declare without turning over a skull. And you know what you put down, but you have no idea what other people put down. And if you do it early, and so, like Chris only has one coaster face down in front of him, did he lead with the skull? Did he lead with not a skull because he wanted to like drop something later? Was he going to guess this round? It opens itself up to a lot of immediate did he kind of moments that are it's brilliant. It's super fun. It's quick. It's easy to get to the table. Literally, like get to the table. You can play it before your appetizers come out. It's a great game.
Didn't we play this on the show at one point?
You have a copy?
No, I think like it was on Tabletopia or something like that.
Oh, maybe.
Or maybe I'm thinking of something kind of similar, or you have talked about this in the past. Maybe you described it and I listened that time.
Oh, wow. There's a first.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, Skull is great. It's had a couple iterations. That purple one was the last edition. The pink one is the newer edition that has that little added clover that I talked about. But the game is great. The game it's just got that. I don't know what's on the left there, but you have 4 coasters, and 3 of them have the symbol that's not a skull, and one of them has a skull. And all you do is on your turn, you're either putting down a skull and passing, or you're guessing. You're going to start guessing, and then it's almost like a bidding mechanism where you're like, well, I can guess 3, I can guess 4, I can guess 5. Go ahead, guess 5, and then you have to pick the top coaster of somebody's and then rock that set of coasters before you can move to somebody else's. So you're trying to bluff into no, take mine. Like I didn't put a skull down, or would Chris have led with a skull? Like it's really, really fun moments in this game. And it's super simple. Like the design's super simple.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
Skull.
Another one I would like to try.
That's a good one.
Green skull.
Green skull.
Oh, like the mask.
Oh.
Nice. Well, my number one is pretty much the opposite of that one.
Perfect.
So we're not playing off of each other at all.
It's great.
You want to guess at what that is? Unless you're
Better.
saying that typing.
I'm gonna say Mage Knight, but I'm not 100% on that one.
Nope.
Eclipse. Yeah, it was that or Eclipse.
Yep. Good guess on Mage Knight. I still haven't learned it. I have it from 2011, and after trying to learn Dungeon Lords all day long, I was like, ooh, I don't know if I want to open that, and I still haven't.
Nice.
It is not a Lacerda game. No, it's Eclipse. I like me some 4X, Space 4X. This does it very well. I have never played Twilight Imperium. I would love to someday. I can't invest like 8 hours of a con day is the problem.
Mm-hmm.
So I need to find some people locally and just invest a normal day into
Right.
it, which would be fine. But con days, I got too much to do, too many people, friends to meet and all that stuff, other games to play and move around. And I can't invest an entire whole day into it. But this is not a whole day. This is 2.5 hours, even with 4 players.
Right.
And you get to play the whole 4X experience. There are some little things I don't like about it. I don't know why anybody would show this picture where they messed up their own map, but
I like the tear in space time. That was good.
Yeah.
What?
And Boss Baby.
You want Boss Baby?
Yeah.
Okay, you weren't watching it, so I changed.
Here's my fish.
Oh, you do? I'll turn it
But
on.
they do a great job of getting the little cubes off of something so that you could use them somewhere else. And like if you build something out there on the planet, you're taking a cube off of your board and putting it there, which then gives you more resources of that. It's just very clever, very clean, very easy to teach, actually, unless you get a teacher who wants to tell you what every single technology does right there, and that will take forever because they have a ton of technology. I would only teach what they can get right now.
Right.
And then let them look at the back of the book or something as they plan ahead their turns. Right. I wouldn't teach every technology, but I've been in a game where every technology was taught at the beginning, and that was a long teach. But yeah, this is my favorite of 2011. Although,
no, Mike, that's Eclipse.
Eclipse, which is the short version of TI, is what I've been told. I haven't actually played TI, but I would like to someday. Then I'd have a very good comparison.
Yeah, TI is good. TI is simple. It's a simple game.
That's what I hear. Yeah.
Your actions, like what you're doing on your turn, is very simple, but the strategy and it's good. This has the same thing. It's not hard to teach.
Right. Oh, look at that. What is that? A 7-player game?
Have you played the second edition of this?
No, I haven't. Is it changed dramatically, or?
No, I don't know. I'm curious what they did. I don't know if they like folded in some of the expansion stuff like they did with Twilight, or left it. But
that middle thing right there is always going to happen. Eventually, there's going to be huge battles and stuff in the middle. And I typically play the turtle thing where I kind of stay out to the side and try to expand and stuff. But sometimes it's fun to be the beehive and swarm people. Yeah. No, it's a good game.
Good pick. Yeah, it is. And it's got a couple expansions too.
Oh, that's good to know.
Oh, okay, nice. That's good. Also good to see you, Phil.
But yeah, that's my number one. Eclipse, New Dawn for the Galaxy.
Good stuff.
Yeah, I was surprised by how many games were in 2011.
I'm surprised. I mean, one of the biggest ones that I'm surprised no one said anything about it is Castles of Burgundy. We didn't talk about Castles of Burgundy at all.
I've only played Castles of Burgundy twice, and it was okay for me. I know it's a big, awesome one for people. I didn't dislike it, but they're just better games for me that do it better at this point. I played it much later too, so that's one of the things.
Luca?
And I'd play it again. If somebody else was like, hey, I really love this, let's play it. I go, sure, I'd play it. Yeah. And maybe I'd like it even more today because it was a very long time ago. I still have the old copy.
Yeah, I'm curious if the new edition makes it any better, right? Like aesthetically or with like nice chunky bits or a better board, or I don't know.
Yeah. I don't think I mean, aesthetics weren't my problem with it at all. I understood the icons, all that stuff. And I didn't even really have a problem. It just kind of wasn't exciting for me. I wasn't like, ooh, I got to try that again. And there's a lot of games that do that this one just didn't for me. I think it's totally subjective. Yeah.
Sure.
New edition is aesthetically better. Trying to put it up. Oh, same great game.
Does Monopoly count?
What? We love these 5 oldest games in it. Yeah. The oldest game I have in my collection is Talisman 2nd Edition.
Is that in the 80s?
Yeah. And I don't even have the box for it. The box disintegrated. I got rained on.
That old.
But I had the game. In fact, this is funny. I found one of the cards for it in amongst my garbage pail kids. So
one of your games was missing a component,
and now it's not. There.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it doesn't have. It's missing the box, if that counts as a component. Sure. But yeah, it's not technically in my collection. It's over here. My collection's in the other room.
Okay.
And this is an expansion, so that doesn't count. This is the dragon expansion.
Still counts. No, we're not doing this. We're not.
I don't have a crokinole board. No, I'd like to have one. I don't have room for it in my game room at this point. Oh, yeah, I actually have tons of chess boards, but I don't know if that counts. I mean, I know it's a board game, so.
Yeah, we oldest in your collection of modern, if you want to call it modern. I don't even know if 80s would be modern for that one. That would be classic too. Yeah.
I don't have a Go board.
Yeah, no,
Go might be older than chess, I think.
Yeah. I think, without looking back, I think my oldest is Arkham First Edition. I think I was 87. I think that might be the oldest in my collection, other than Monopoly, Scrabble, Trivial Pursuit, like that kind of stuff. But
right. Yahtzee?
Yeah, Yahtzee's old.
My version of Yahtzee is not old, but I have Yahtzee. So it kind of depends. Like you said, I have Star Wars Monopoly. Does that count as old as the original Monopoly? I don't think so.
No, probably not. Yeah,
Can't Stop?
Old.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, that's 70s, right? 60s, 70s.
I do have old Trivial Pursuit. I would never play it though. It's the one my parents had. It's more of a, family thing. But yeah, other 2011 games. Eminent Domain was a great game.
Yeah.
Seth, I would still play that game. It's a space exploration kind of thing. Build up your little stuff, but it's all just cards right in front of you.
Yeah.
Taken Noko. Nobody talked about that one.
Yeah, it was okay. I think I played it once. It didn't really do a lot for me. It was okay.
And you talked about Arkham stuff. You didn't mention Elder Sign.
It's on my list. I was going to talk about it, but I didn't because of Richard. I feel like Elder Sign is definitely one of my favorites because of Arkham lore and Richard.
I've never actually played the board game. I have it on my phone.
Yeah, I played it on the iPad more than I played the board game. Yeah.
It's just real easy to get into and play and do stuff. Yeah. That's good. Belfort was really good. TMG.
Okay.
Kingdom Builder, I think, has kind of aged out for me. It was good at the time, but and Letters from Whitechapel, I can't stand.
Yeah, you're not a fan. Yeah.
And I still have it. I guess I need to get rid of it. Let's give it to somebody who enjoys it, because, or sell it to somebody who enjoys it. It's hard to get me on board a one versus many game already.
Right.
And then hidden movement, I've just found I do not like hidden movement.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah. I just don't like it's like when you say hidden movement, I feel myself instantly just go, nope.
Yeah. Oh my God, these kids tonight.
Belfort is coming back. Yeah, I think all of the TMG stuff is eventually coming back because they sold off their stuff, which is good because they picked and made great games. It is a real shame what happened to the company because they have many great games. So I'm happy to hear that they're coming back. Well, the games are coming back. Not the did you ever play Deadwood?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, it's like a Western worker placement.
Yeah.
I only played it twice. I still have it. It's okay. It's kind of like, how do you take the Western out of a Western game by making it a worker placement game?
Right.
It just didn't feel like you're playing Western.
How do you take the Western out of a Western game? The board game.
Right.
Yeah, there are two on my list that we didn't talk about yet, and one I've talked about often, and that's Cargo Noir. I think that game is
that 2011?
It was 2011.
Oh, it's a good game. Great game.
I love that game. I find them in flea markets, like at conventions for $10, and I don't know if everyone's sick of it or no one gave it a chance, but that was one of Days of Wonders. Like I love that game. I think I
missed that one. Yeah,
Super
it wouldn't have been in my top 5, but I definitely would have mentioned it. Yeah,
I like that one a lot.
very good.
And then another one that came out in 2011 that's been a grail for a lot of people that I believe is getting a reprint, but I just recently played it, I think in March with Bob from Pennsylvania, Walnut Grove.
I don't know that one.
I just recently found out that Walnut Grove was, I guess, the name of the town in Little House on the Prairie, which I didn't know.
Really?
But it's a worker placement game where you're going around town, going to the different spots. Not rondel-ish, but your worker is going to move, kind of like what I talk about with Murano. I love the way the gondolas move in Murano. But yeah, like the center of town is where all the workers are moving. And then each town has things you get, tiles and resources and whatever. It was really, really good. I really enjoyed it.
Huh.
I've only played it once, and I it's an older game that came out. I didn't know it came out in 2011. That's not Michael Landon. Yeah, I really like the way this one played. I like worker placements, and this one was fun. I just want to play it more.
That's pretty cool. I haven't heard of that one. Yeah, that's an old school game too.
Yeah. Yep.
I wonder how at one point, because we're going to go up to 2012 and 2013 and so on. I wonder at what point we're going to no longer see those kind of pawns. It's going to be real soon, actually.
Yeah. So the ones in the center are the ones that looks like they're wearing the hat, like the Amish hat.
Yep.
Those are them. And then the ones that are over to the side are something different.
Yeah. But those pawns right there are very like
they are.
90s board games, mainstream board games kind of pieces.
Yep. Yeah, that's a good one. I really like this one. I like the way that, I mean, it's kind of a rondel in the center. Like every spot has a like one person that can go there, or two spaces that can go there. But the way it works it was fun. It was a good game. Crunchy enough, not too crunchy. Oh, Icky we played that at the gathering. That was the game that we went to dinner and came back and we were still playing it. That was that game.
Yep, 2011.
Yeah, Burgundy came out in 11. Yeah, so Walnut Grove, I'm almost sure it's getting a reprint. But yeah, that one, if you can find that one for a decent price, that one's worth getting, I think. And then Cargo Noir, I adore. I love that game. It's super fun.
Yeah, I was surprised when we got it. I think it was the year that it came out, and I got it at BGG-Con, I think, and or no, it was the year after. Yeah, and I played it, and I was like, "Oh, this is great!" And then I was surprised to hear that it was Days of Wonder's like first flop, basically, marketing wise.
Yeah,
and I don't know why. I don't know what happened there, but
yeah, I mean, the bag is shit. And every copy that I've gotten and every copy that I've played, the draw bag where you're drawing the tiles is just disintegrating. The threads inside of it are constantly coming out with the tiles that you're pulling.
Yeah.
But that's my only knock on it. Like, even the boards are a little bit warped, but the game's 13 years old. Like,
this might be the first game that I turned the bag inside out. Have you done that before?
I have not. No.
For games that like you reach into the bag and you pull stuff out, and they have the loose strings. I've turned the bag inside out so you don't have that happen.
That's a great idea. This is definitely one you should do that too, for sure.
I've never played Dungeon Pets because I played Dungeon Lords, and I liked Dungeon Lords a lot. Played it tons, but it was like a 3-hour game to learn because of the rule book. And his name, I can't say it, Vidal.
Yeah.
He can't write rule books. He's awful at rule books, but he makes great games.
Vlada. Yep.
Although I will say the Galaxy Trucker rule book is a lot better. So maybe
I've played Dungeon Pets. I haven't played Dungeon Lords.
Interesting. I hear that Pets is better by people who have played both. So
yes, Vidal Sassoon, Evan. Before hair care, he did board games.
Yeah. Well, no wonder he can't write rule books. Actually, to be fair, I don't know if he wrote the rule books or not. So maybe it was just the company that did the dungeon.
Should be CG. It's on CGE to do it.
Yeah.
I'm sure he turned
Oh,
over.
sure. It's probably publisher.
and then-
Yeah. But I do like a lot of his games. So,
Yeah.
Anyway. So, 2011 was a good year. And I wanted to, we did one before this. It was 2010 to 2000 or 2000 to 2010. And the reason why I kind of want to stop at 2011 and do it year by year now is because we are starting into the years that Kickstarter started, right?
Right.
Technically, I think 2010 was whenever they really started doing it because Alien Frontiers was a Kickstarter.
Yeah.
And that's the one to let me know that I could do Kickstarter. In fact, 2011 was my first Kickstarter. So we're going to start seeing, bigger, grander productions and all that stuff whenever it goes up. But
I don't know when my first one was. I know what the game was. I don't know when it came out.
Oh no, I mean 2011 was the first Kickstarter campaign I ran.
Oh, right. Oh, that makes sense.
The first Kickstarter game I ever bought was it was a small little box zombie. What was it called? Whatever you're typing, you're doing that thing that hits your mic.
I'm hitting the microphone. Sorry.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember what it's called. Maybe someone can remind. It's a little box. It's like black and greenish in the artwork, and it's something Z or something's about zombies. It puts out like 9 tiles that's supposed to be a town, and the zombies move around on it. Maybe it's 12 tiles. It's been a while since I played that game. Yeah, I guess I could always open up my Kickstarter and see.
You could.
But that's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work.
It wasn't Zombies, which is a great game, but I don't think that was Kickstarter.
No, Twilight Creation Zombies.
That's a great game. The one where you're trying to get to a helicopter?
Helicopter, yeah.
By the way, since I have it open, I only have 8. No, that one I canceled. I only have, that shouldn't count because I canceled it. 1, 2. I only have 2 games that got canceled whenever I backed them.
Wow.
Yeah. Which was 8 Planets, Captains of the Solar System. I don't remember that one.
Never even heard of it.
It was unsuccessful. That's why.
That makes sense.
And the other one was Chroma, which is a game that I ran and canceled. Which needed to be canceled. I was being paid to run it. It just wasn't doing well. See, I'm almost at the bottom of this list. I have back too many games. There it is. Quarantine Z. A zombie survival card game. Yep. That was my first one. Yeah, here I'll share my screen just for fun. Quarantine Z. Yeah. What year did it? 2013. Oh no, that's estimated delivery. What year? Last update was 2013. Huh.
You'd have to go into updates and do the launch.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
The first one.
I'm not doing that.
Oh man.
Yeah. Oh, look how short it. Look how short.
Yeah.
That's all there was. And you didn't even have to have finished art.
Nope. What Kickstarter was meant to be.
Pretty much, yeah. It only made 24K. And that was
on 750 backers. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that was considered a successful campaign. 24K.
What was their ask?
15,000.
Wow.
which was smart back then.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
container now.
Yeah, that's funny. Anyway, yeah, there's going to be some memory lane in this series that we're doing here.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, I know this is a good Kickstarter. That's I don't know why it got me actually because I wasn't super into zombies. I didn't dislike them, but I wasn't like ooh zombies or anything.
Yeah.
I think I just kind of wanted to dip my toe in. A $25 game was easy to do.
Sure. You
Yeah.
still have the game?
Yeah, of course. You know, so we'll see. I'm gonna mark Undergrove as gone. All right, so you have a some kind of game thing that you're gonna put me through.
I do. Yeah. Do you have your dry erase marker and your dry erase board handy?
Ah, yes, you told me to get that ready, so no. Let me. Does it have to be dry erase? Can I just use pencil
Dry
or
erase.
paper?
You can use pencil or paper, but you need 10 pieces of paper.
I mean, I have a sketchbook.
Okay. Fine with me.
Sketchbook. Cool.
Yeah. Then
And
you won't have to erase, I guess.
pencil.
Pencil works. Something that'll
Or-
come up on camera.
Oh, okay. I got a wet erase marker.
Wet erase on a sketchbook paper.
Yeah, it works.
It won't bleed through.
I have dry erase if that's better.
Okay.
Yeah, if it bleeds through, then I have a copy of this. So
Okay.
prepared.
You are very prepared. You're always prepared. All right. Oh, you ready?
Yeah.
Cool.
What am I doing?
The game is called Cover Artist.
Uh-oh.
Um,
You're gonna ask me the artist of things. I'm gonna be in trouble.
I'm not. I'm going to ask you to be the artist.
Oh no. All right.
You ready?
Yeah. I need a better marker. Maybe.
I have a list of 10 board games. You're not listening. I can tell.
I am. List of 10 board games. I'm just looking for a better marker.
Okay.
That's fabric markers. Why do I have fabric markers?
Whatever's going to work. See why I want a dry erase? This is why I preface the show. Like, go get a dry erase board and a dry erase marker.
Haha.
Perfect. Colors even better.
Yeah.
Cool.
Do I have timing on this?
I have a minute timer.
Okay, good enough.
Okay. So I have a
We
list
used to time people 15 seconds to draw entire gestures for people standing in front of them. So
I'll give you a
minute
minute.
long.
You probably won't need it, but I'll give you a minute.
Let's do it.
I have a list of 10 board games. Yeah. I have a list of 10 board games.
Okay.
I have a list of 5 backups.
Okay.
So if a board game, which none of them are older than one of them is from 2016, none of the others are older than 2019.
Okay.
If one of the 10 comes up and you want to call an audible, I have 5 that you can call audibles on.
Okay. So
Like,
I have
know
5
that
passes.
game, I have no idea. Huh?
So I have 5 passes.
Yeah, you have 5 passes. But if you pass, then I have them listed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The first time you pass, you get number 1. The second time you can't pass on that one. So you get 1.
Okay.
I don't want it, and then whatever that one is the one you have to do.
Can I turn it this way so people can watch?
Oh, that'd be great if you can.
Cool. Otherwise, it's just going to be 60 seconds of me doing this.
Yeah, that's great. Which will be perfect for a Be Real outro. So, all right, you ready?
Make it a little bit bigger so that they can see it better.
Even
better. All right. What am I drawing?
All right, first one, and I'll say the name, and then I will hit. Come on with the facial recognition. Thank you.
And this has got to be from memory, right? I can't look it up.
Can't look it up.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
The first one is from 2019, and
Okay.
it is Tiny Towns.
Oh, jeez. Okay. You already started it?
Go.
All right. So, can you see?
I can see.
And it's kind of like, okay, you got some buildings here. And I don't remember exactly, but they're kind of at an angle. There's a fountain in the middle, I believe. And it says Tiny Towns all up here. Woo-hoo. Like that. I think there's like some bunny people hanging out. People, hey, what's it's a cat? Maybe make it a cat. Tell. And a whole bunch of it. Maybe there's a turtle. I don't know.
Very
Holding
specific.
hands with a what is this? This is that's a snake head on a turtle body. I don't know what happened there. Yep. All right. There you go. That's your
Wow.
Tiny Towns.
I could stop the timer, can I? I could stop the timer. Okay, that's loud. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you 1 point for accuracy on the box cover and 1 point for accuracy on the placement of the text, name of the game. Like if you have it in the right area. So you can get a maximum of 2 points per title. And then what I'll do is show you, share screen, window, this. No, I don't want to do that. I'm going to I guess I got to bring up the thing. That makes sense. And then I'll share. That makes way more sense.
Lighting change.
Share screen, share window, share the thing, and there it is.
Oh, okay. It's not too bad.
No, that's not bad at all.
Is there a bunny? And it's a mouse. Is there a turtle? That's a lizard. Squirrel. I should have guessed squirrel. I knew there was a fountain. Yeah, birds, squirrels.
Right.
I
Yeah,
don't see any bunnies. Lizards, mice.
not bad.
Yeah,
I mean, if you think about it, the way that you have it drawn with the buildings and the tiny town in the center, I think you nailed it.
Nice.
Good job. All right, so you get 2
Happy with
points.
that. All right, I'm happy with that.
Good job. And you did
That's
tiny
fun.
town. Well done.
Hey, it didn't bleed through. Oh, I could use the other
Also,
side.
Keep those drawings. Don't
Okay.
keep them
Oh.
because I have an idea for them.
I won't use the other side then.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
All right, that was
What's my
well
next
done. Well done,
Ooh.
sir. I'm impressed.
I am not Gryffindor. I think I'm Ravenclaw.
You ever do the test?
Yeah, it depends on the test. I go between Slytherin and Ravenclaw. So I'm
Yeah,
Raverlin.
That makes sense.
I'm Raverlin or Slytherclaw. Slytherclaw?
Slitherclaw. Oof.
Raverlin.
All right, you ready
I
for
was
number
Raverlin.
2? Or the second offering, if you so choose.
I don't. Number 2.
This one is from 2024,
Okay.
and it is. I have to set my minute timer. Why did it go to 45?
So this year. Okay.
Yep. Because it was released this year. It was Kickstarter last year, but it was released this year. It's by our friend Chad from 25th Century, and it is Aguada, the City of Umbrellas.
It's just a bunch of. I'm going to pass on that one.
Passing on Aguada?
Yeah, because I don't have it. I want to get it actually, but I don't.
Okay.
I've never held it in my hands and looked at it,
Okay.
and that's a big difference. It does seem easy, right? But I don't know where the words are.
Okay. It's definitely a beautiful game.
Yeah, and
Okay.
it looks good too. I want to get it, but I've
fine.
just never seen it in a game store. I've never picked it up with my own hands.
That
I'm
works.
gonna use one of the passes.
We'll pivot to number 1 in my alternates, which is from 2019.
Okay.
It was released by Floodgate. It is co-designed by our friend Daryl, and it is Bosk.
Oh, jeez. I do have that game. Crap.
You ready?
No, wait. I don't have this game.
There's no pass.
Okay.
That's the one you
All
have
right.
to do.
This isn't going to be great. Okay, go ahead.
It's gonna be great. Go.
So I think it's a tall box. I remember, I mean, it's got trees all over the place, right? But I kind of remember that there's some kind of levels. And maybe I only remember that because you said like there was a little person that was supposed to be like one of the designers, and down here was another person that's supposed to be one of the designers. And of course, I think Bosk is way at the top right here. But yeah, I mean, all I'm doing is drawing trees, honestly. There's probably a few leaves kind of doing this thing. I bet. A little bit of leaves kind of flying around. Yeah, I don't. Let's get a little hat to this. I don't. Duck? Is that a duck? Detective Duck? I don't know what that is. I think they were animals represented by animals or something. Yeah, that's all I got.
Okay. That's pretty good. I mean, that would be a fun box cover, I think.
That doesn't sound like I nailed it.
No.
All right, let's see what Bosk look like.
Not horrible though.
Oh, the trees are much thicker. I was right about the levels though. Look.
You were very right about the levels.
And the designers are in there, right?
Yep,
That's
so
Daryl up there. Oh, but they're
Daryl.
not animals. Why did I think they were animals?
That's Daryl.
There's
That's
Daryl.
Erica. There's
Yep.
a squirrel.
Oh, there was a squirrel. Okay.
And then unsure who this one is over here. I want to say it's Quan Chai, but I don't think Quan Chai said it was Quan Chai. So
Okay. Not
So,
the
yeah,
developer.
that one-
Maybe the artist.
the artist is Quan Chai.
Oh, it is Quantra. Okay. Yeah, duh. So maybe the developer?
Maybe.
Boss Bounty Hunter. Now, Boss Guy could draw, but that would be cheating because he's right there.
Yeah, you definitely had the levels.
I
So
should have
I-
just started drawing Bosk. That would have been funny.
Yeah, that would have been good.
Oh, I got the wrong placement of the title.
You do not have the placement of the title, but
Wow.
I'll give you enough with the levels and the trees, even though they look more like
I get the folding leaves.
you did. You got some leaves, yeah. So I'll,
Oops.
I'll give you 1 point for that, but not for the title because the title's
All right,
obviously-
fair enough. I'll take it. I mean, I've only played this virtually. I don't have the game itself. I played it on our show.
Yeah, we did play it on the show. Luca,
I lost horribly at it too.
I didn't hear that.
Contray does a great job.
All right.
All right.
So that was that. You got. Oh, I got my pen. Oh my God, these kids, man. Today, these kids. Okay, number 3. This one is from 2020.
Okay.
It is designed by. It's AEG. Sorry, published by AEG. It is about butterflies.
Oh.
And
Okay.
it is Mariposas.
Mariposas. Okay. Wow. Okay. Sorry, Matt, if you're watching.
We're good with that one?
Yep. Let's do
Okay.
it. I have it. I should know it. I don't. Oh man, it's a beautiful box.
It is.
Man, I should pass actually because this is all I can't picture it in my head. Okay, I'm gonna say it's Mariposas up here. Let's put a butterfly. This is all guess. Let's put a big butterfly right here, and then I think it's all black. Is it all black? Something like that. I'm gonna do a crazy one. It's just black with a butterfly.
And the title up on top?
Yep.
Final answer?
Yep.
Okay. Here is Mariposas.
I couldn't picture it. Oh, okay. Well, okay. Don't have the right thing. There are a lot more butterflies than one butterfly. Black background now. That's right.
You have
about
the
that.
black, and there is one butterfly on the bottom, but
Yeah.
there are way more than one butterfly and your
Yeah.
placement on your
I
letter.
remember the aesthetic. It being
Yep.
very striking. I just yeah.
Yeah. No points.
No points for that? All right.
No.
All
No
right.
points.
I'm not gonna argue.
Can't.
Good game. Good game.
It is a good game. It's really fun.
And very beautiful. Done by Matty P. He's not
Yes. All right. So number 4. Are you ready?
Yep.
This
Should have
one
used my
was 2023.
Yeah, I was missing a few butterflies.
Definitely missing a few butterflies. This one is
23. All right.
Stop screaming. What are you doing, monkey?
He's gonna teach you how to use the force.
Monkey, I don't Luca.
You are Luca, but you're acting like a monkey.
And that's a monkey.
You're not a monkey. Are you okay?
Yep.
Hey, Luca, tell him use the force.
You can get it. You can get the flamingo. It's right there.
Luca, tell him use the force. He's not doing the Yoda.
Force.
He was eating a couple weeks ago, and he started eating with his hand. I forget what he was eating. I forgot what it was, but he went to go use his hands, and I said, "Use the fork." And I was like, "This is exactly like Luca. Luca, this is perfect."
Always.
All right, so
Luca
number 4. This is from 2023.
failed me for the last time.
It is
Okay.
by Elf Creek Games, and it is Santa's Workshop.
I have to skip that. I don't have it. I've never played it. I don't know it.
Skip
I
it.
have to skip that one. Yeah.
Okay.
It's all right. I knew where you're going with it too. Another Matty P, right?
This one's going to be harder.
I haven't played that one.
This is going to be harder.
Great.
So this one's from 2019,
Okay. It's a good year for games.
and it's Call to Adventure.
Okay. I have that one. So I don't have any. Oh, I started. Sorry.
Okay.
All right.
Call to Adventure. Go.
Yep. All right. So I think it says call to adventure down here. Taking too much time with this, but I think it has a split. And then what's in there? I don't know. It's all fantasy. I don't know. Mountains and forest. This is definitely a no-go. This is wrong. But it's all dark on one side and happy clouds, whatever, on the side is the concept. So that's all I can do.
That's it?
Yeah. Yeah. I think there's a figure, like a person in there, but I don't know where they are or what they're doing.
Okay. Final answer?
Yeah.
Okay. Here is the actual Call to Adventure box.
Yeah, there was a figure right in the middle. I had the things at the top this time. Man, I'm all over the place with it.
Yep.
Oh, and it's a castle on both sides. I shouldn't get any points for this. I mean, I remembered the split, and that's it. Right?
I'm going to give you a point because you remember this.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
I
nice
like
of you.
the split. I liked you, and you got the dark. You knew one side was dark, even though it was the other side. That's fine.
Was it? Oh yeah, it was.
But yeah, you got. I'll give you a point for that one. That was good. Nice. Good job. Good job.
Stormlight Arc.
That was a good one. That was nice because you pivoted too. So, and that was a tough one.
That was tough.
All right. So we go on to number 5. This one's from 2021.
Okay.
Has to do with a lot of dice. Cubitos.
Oh, jeez, I've never. Oh, I have played it. Okay. All right. Played it once. Let's do it.
Okay.
Yep.
And
All right.
Go.
All right. So standard size box. I believe there's some kind of cheese dice dude. Like he's running kind of thing. Maybe he's happy about it. And then who knows what the hell is happening back here? Because he's kind of the main thing. Oh, and it says Cubitos up here. But maybe there's a whole bunch of little other dice people, kind of in the background. There's a whole bunch of dice. It's a very pretty cover. I remember it's like blue up here with clouds or something. Blue sky. Yeah, I mean, big cube yellow guy with blue sky. That's what I got.
That's what you got? Is he running to the right with a smiley face?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's pretty good. All right, that's it. You're done?
yeah,
You only have 5
yeah.
seconds anyway. All right, that was pretty good.
SpongeBob and Lederhosen. Yeah, no
I mean,
square peg on this guy.
Eric is pretty damn spot on with that one.
Oh, look at that. Well, I was right about Cheese Guy.
You were right with the cheese and had the one guy, and you got the name up on top. That was good. In
I
your
even
head,
put
you
some
had
mountains back there. I thought there were more cubes back there, though.
You did think there were more cubes back there.
But I did get the mountains back there.
You did. You did. I'm gonna give you full 2 points on that one. That was good.
Nice.
Yep, that was well done.
That's a creepy looking thing. If you saw that thing coming at you in real life,
Yep,
I'd be out.
Yeah. No,
No,
I'm
thank
not
you.
about that.
Game over, man.
Yep, I agree. I'm with you on that
I
one.
thought he was running too. Yeah,
All right.
I thought he was running too. And it would make sense with the game as he's running, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like a race.
All right. Well, after 5, you've got 6 points out of a possible 10. So good job.
Not bad. Not bad.
Nope. Rocking 60%.
This will be even more fun when I have you draw covers.
Sure. Yeah. Good luck with that. You have some artistic talent, at least. All right. Number 6. You ready?
Yep.
This one's from 2022.
Okay.
It is another one from our friends, 25th Century and Chad. It is definitely one we've played on the show, and it is a blast to play. Green team wins. This is a gimme. Come on.
I know. I have it.
It's a gimme.
I don't remember.
You gonna pass on green team?
I have to pass. I don't remember what that cover looks like.
Oh, this gets significantly worse for you.
Great. Awesome.
Yeah, you're not gonna be too happy.
I played this game all the way. I played every deck. I mean, every card in that deck. We've now reshuffled it. Roaches, right? Yeah. Man. Yep.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Also, I didn't show this because this was one of the other ones you passed.
I was gonna draw cards on the front too, so I would have lost those points anyway. I'm glad I passed.
Well, it's definitely gonna get worse for you. There's Santa's Workshop.
Oh, I was gonna draw Santa right up front because that's the old cover, right? The old cover had Santa in like the bottom left cover or something like that.
The old one was different, but it had the same similar field. I think it was more of a village than it was.
Yeah. Okay.
Santa, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't played either one, so.
And then
Sounds good.
just to come full circle, I guess this is Aguada.
Oh, I would have done that wrong too. I was thinking that you looked straight down on him. There's another game that has that cover.
Yep.
And I don't remember what that one is, but it's
Not that
probably
one.
thing,
Not that one.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad I
All right.
passed that one. What's next? Last
Yeah.
Light? We can do Last Light?
No, this gets significantly worse for you.
Why don't you pick games that I actually did the covers for?
No, these are all ones that I think you should have gotten. So the backups are like, this one's
You've
from
only
20. What?
I only own 2 of these games that you've said so far.
Right, but I mean, you're in the industry. You do graphic design. You got to look at other box covers, especially when we talk about them on the show. So
Yeah, there's the difference
it's on you.
between having it. Yeah. Okay. Good.
This one, I love this box cover, but I don't think you're going to be able to do this, and it's going to be really funny for me to see what you do, especially because now you have to do this one.
What do I have? Have I used all my passes?
This you just passed.
Oh,
on
this is my pass.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So this game came out in 2019, and the name of it is fickle with an F.
Never even heard of it.
Mm-hmm. The name of it is fickle.
Okay.
What do you draw?
I don't know. I don't even know what it is. So it's probably a small game because you like to play those. I know. Let's just have fun with the text because I don't know. Ooh. I'm assuming this is how you spell it.
Fickle.
Oh, you know what? Exclamation point. And there's probably some dice. I'll put some dice in there. There we go. Ooh, dice. One with some threes. Are you timing me? Am I done yet?
20 seconds. Yep.
God. It's 5.
This is a great
Just
one.
so you know, I'm getting the dice incorrect on purpose.
Perfect. I like that.
Yeah, some dice. Fickle and with a pencil. Maybe use a pencil and fickle. There you go.
That's
Fickle.
That's not bad. That's
I
not.
have no idea what this game is. I've never heard of it.
That is not bad.
What is it?
You're close.
Seriously?
No.
No. Oh, okay. I've seen this cover.
I love this cover. This cover is great.
I've seen this cover. Yes, I recognize it from the cover. But so wait, am I not close? Am I getting any point?
No points on that one. No points. No.
But the dice are really.
I might have given you the letter points if you had put fickle on the bottom, but even the exclamation point, I don't know if that would have worked.
Draw cats and cupcake. Yeah, next time I'm just going to draw whatever I want if it's something I haven't.
I might have.
Yeah, I haven't played it, but I have seen that cover. I like the cover. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, I like the cover too. It's a great cover.
Have you played the game?
I have not played the game.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if it was a good game or not. I haven't heard anything about it.
No, I know nothing of it actually. That was just if he's going to pass someone, I'm going to make it fun and then see what he comes up with because I'm sure he does another game.
Should have written green team wins.
Pretty perfectly. All right, number 7. You ready?
Yep. We're doing 10 of these?
Yeah, 10 of these. You're on 7.
Okay.
This came out last year, 2023. It's one of, I'll give you a hint. It's one of those small square box games from All Play or board game tables. They're now All Play. You know what I'm talking about? Those small kind of box games. You know how All Play, like they have like Sequoia or GPS or Mountain Goats, like that size box.
Yeah, I haven't played any of these.
It's a square. It's not a big square, but it's a square. The name of the game is Pies.
Pass.
Passing? Okay.
I've never heard of it.
Okay. What would you have drawn?
A pie.
Maybe something like this.
Yeah. And you know what? I've seen that cover.
I know.
I think you might have shown me this cover at one point for something. Maybe not, but
not me. I haven't played this one. It's a trick taker, and trick taker's got to be.
Question, real quick.
Yeah.
What's your favorite pie?
Ooh.
Let me narrow it down even more. What's your favorite fruit pie?
It'd have to be apple. Apple cinnamon, like a good apple cinnamon, not overcooked, still a little gooey.
Yeah, we're in agreement there. Apple cinnamon is the best fruit pie.
Yeah.
Best pie ever?
Boston cream.
It's a cake.
It's not Boston cream cake. It's Boston cream pie.
Yeah, but it's a cake.
It's a pie. It's in the name.
Not a pie.
You can have a Boston cream cake. It's cake with the Boston cream filling and cake. That's a cake.
That's a Boston cream pie.
It's okay. Key lime's a good one.
Key lime's really good. Yeah. with actual key lime, not and it. So you need to see it. It needs to be yellow. It needs to have the lime stuff on it. If it's lime green, neon green, it's not real.
Yeah, yeah, it would have to be. Still, apple pie is the best pie.
Apple pie is the best pie out of all pie.
I think so. If you're not going to give me Boston cream pie,
Boston cream pie doesn't have crust. Am I thinking of something else? Hold on, let me. All right, we're getting sidetracked. Hold on. Boston cream pie. Yeah, there's no crust on the Boston cream pie. This is anybody can do a Google search of this, but this is. I know my cakes and pies.
I know you do.
I mean, this is a cake. There's no crust on it.
The crust is all on the bottom there.
There's no crust. Look,
There's no crust on that. No.
No.
It's a Boston cream pie. So
now I agree. This is one of my favorite things in the world, but it's not a pie.
all right. So then Mike's got a good one, if you accept this, then this would be my number one ever.
Cheesecake. Cheesecake is not a pie. Cheesecake is cheesecake. It's
But
its
cheesecake
own
has
category.
crust.
It's its own category.
But cheesecake.
I didn't
has
say crust was a factor. Someone else said crust was a factor. Someone, said it's a pie. It's a crust. It doesn't have crust. But coconut, I can't get behind. I don't like coconut, but
I'm still saying Boston cream pie. But cheesecake has a crust. So if you're saying it has to have a crust, then
I'm not
cheesecake
saying it has to have a crust. They said it has a crust, so it had to be pie.
That's
so
false.
I was just saying it doesn't have a pie.
You said Boston
it doesn't
cream
have a
pie doesn't count because it doesn't have a crust.
No. I was correcting them. They
Oh.
said it's a pie. It has a crust. I said it doesn't have a crust. And I almost said even if it did have a crust, I wouldn't call it a pie. But fuck it. It's a salad. Everything's a salad. Let's get over
Boston
it.
cream pie is the answer. It's the right answer.
It's not a pie.
All right, so we pass on pies then. Okay. Then we go
And you haven't had a Boston cream pie?
You're going to your. He worked in a bakery. He grew up in a bakery. If he's saying it, if you're saying it's a pie. Oh,
it's
not
a cake.
Eric. Sam.
It's a cake.
Oh, because it's not a filling. Okay.
Not all pies are fillings. Pumpkin pie doesn't have a filling.
All right, everything's a salad. We're going on to your fourth of 5 potential passes. This is it. You got this and one more. We ready?
It's ridiculous how much you can argue about this.
Mika, no.
Pie or cake is not a great game.
No, it's not a great
Play
game.
it all night.
All
All right. What are you doing?
This is
Did
it.
I pass on something? I passed on. Oh, okay, I passed on the pie thing. Okay.
Yeah, number 4 for you now. You ready?
Yep.
Or it's the fourth one you've passed on, so this counts as your 7. It's a game that came out in 2024, so it's this
Hopefully
year.
it's one I've heard of.
It's one you've heard of. It's got a very distinct cover. It's called French Quarter.
Nope. Who does it?
That's a good question. Let me pull up the picture here. 25th century.
Sorry, I don't know it.
0 for French Quarter. Do you want to draw what you think? I mean, you're getting 0 points. You might as well have fun with this one.
Sure. Here we go. All right, French
I'll
Quarter.
give you this. It's a rectangular box that's long ways, not tall. Yep, that way.
All right, French Quarter. Let's see. Let's do some buildings. And you got to do the little balcony thing. People up on the balcony. Woo! Not throwing beads is not Mardi Gras. Let's give them a little top hat for fun. Woo! People up on there. Some happy person up close. Ha ha ha! And they're drinking. Woo! Booze. Some other buildings in the background. Says French Quarter. Bam, like that. There you go. That's what it is.
I didn't
That's
even time this one. This was way too fun.
that's the French Quarter.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. That's good. That's good. So here's the actual box.
Jeez. I have seen that cover. Now I see it. Yeah, I haven't played it.
I haven't played it either.
How about you do some games that maybe one of us has played? That'd be nice.
No, that's not the game. The game is cover artist, not about what's inside the box.
All right.
Okay, so that worked.
So close.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cool.
Wait
So
till
number 8, and you have one more pass available to you.
Good. I'm gonna use it right now. I'm just kidding. What is it?
This just happens to be a double up on another 25th century game. It's
Good.
currently getting ready for fulfillment, but it was in one of the things we definitely talked about this on the show. Let me close French Quarter down. There we go. It's called Sand Art. Very, very distinct cover. Very clean. You can pass.
Pass.
I'm sure you'll get the last two.
If I haven't held the game in my hand, I don't pay attention to the cover. I'm sorry.
Okay. You should get out more.
I'm a physical person that needs to like hold it and play with it and learn from it that way. It's if it's on the internet, it passes past my eyes. It's nothing.
Okay. What would you have done with a game called Sand Art?
I don't know. Sandcastle?
Okay.
Or oh no, is it like the jars? Like the jar layers? You want to show it?
I'm gonna show it. I'm asking you what you would have done.
I would have drawn a jar with layers of sand in it.
So like that.
Okay. I think you showed me this cover once. Yeah, I like the cover.
We talked about it.
I mean, yeah, it might be
Wine Cellar.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, I figured you'd be able to get it even if you didn't know the game because of Sand Art, and you would have. You would have drawn a bottle with layers, and you probably would have gotten a point out of it. There's
a card in the original Polish version of what do you call it? Mysterium.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's a card in that has like a broom on a beach with sand, and I couldn't get that picture out of my hand.
You should have drawn.
So when you said what would you do, it was a sandcastle close to that,
Okay. Well, this one you're definitely going to get.
And I started off so strong, and then
You did. You haven't gotten a point.
I mean, you're just naming off games I don't know. So.
You'll get it now. You'll get the next three. You'll know the next three.
Right. 3.
Well, yeah, you have this one, and then you have 9 and 10.
Oh, okay.
So this one is the oldest one on the list. It's the one from 2016. But I believe it was the first game that did the translucent cards in the sleeves.
Veil of
Mystic Veil.
Mystic Veil.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I also don't have this game.
You've played it and you know it.
I've played it on Steam. The thing that famously doesn't have a box. So let's do it.
Oh, this is great. This is great for me. Are you having fun? Is everyone having fun with this? I'm having a blast.
I know that it's a tall box, so I'm going to do that.
Okay. Yeah, minute has started.
I also think, I don't care. I also think it has a border because I hate borders on boxes, and I remember saying something about that. I'm going to do Mystic Veil at the bottom. Maybe it's got clouds or something. I don't know. But there is like a person here, I think. Maybe a woman with long hair. Might be an elf. They're kind of looking this way. It's got like a feathery something or another. Maybe it's clouds and a little, I don't know, castle or something in the background. I don't know what's back there. There you go. That's what you get.
That's what you're doing?
Yep.
All right. You got 10 more seconds, but that's fine.
Yeah, I don't remember it that well.
All right. That's not bad. That's a pretty cool looking picture. Like just by itself is pretty cool. There's Mystic Vale.
Oh, okay. That's pretty cool. Hey, I was right about the elf girl.
You were right.
The
Yeah.
girl at top. Yeah.
Yeah, and you were right about it having some sort of border.
Yep. 2 John DeClaire games.
Yeah. Yeah, wrong on the title again, which is hysterical because every time you go low with the title, it's top, and every time you go top,
The other
it's
way.
low.
Well, I
But
thought
I
they
will
were
give
going to
you a
focus
point.
on the. Yeah.
I'll give you a point on that one. That was good. You got the
All right.
border, and you got the woman on the cover or the elf on the cover. So
Cool. I'll take it.
good job. All right, number 8. This is a gimme.
Oh, great. That's usually where I really mess up. Hold on.
No,
Let
this is a gimme, and I
let
don't
me,
want to hear it if you have a problem with this one. There's no reason you have a problem with this one.
all right.
It is from 2022.
Okay.
It is from AEG. It recently was printed in German, which helped it get the spiel. It is Guild of Merchant Explorers.
Oh, okay. Ooh. Okay.
And you have no safety net, so this is the one.
Yeah. All right. Ready?
And you have a minute. Go.
All right. So I know it's a standard square, and I know it's up here. Guild of Mystic Explorers, and it's kind of like on a little thing like that, right? Then we have a problem. All the stuff down here, I know it kind of cascades down. Maybe it's a boat. I'm going to go with a boat. I'm going to say it's a boat in the water like this with big sails. Yeah, sails sound right. I don't know what's there. There's some symbol right there. But double sails, big boat. There's some kind of cloud art around it. Yeah, we'll do that. There you go. Big boat.
Wow, 5 seconds left. You're done?
Yeah.
Okay. Big boat, couple sails, clouds in the sky. You sure you got the name on the top there?
I'm pretty sure it's at the top.
You would be correct.
This
Hold
one
on.
I own and played many times. Oh, it's a lot bigger, the name. I had a boat, but I didn't have that curve. I had the clouds doing that kind of curve thing. I knew it did something like that, but yeah.
I mean, I'm giving you 2 points on that one. That one's good.
All right, nice. I'll take it.
I like how you took the shield of the logo and you put it on the sail of the boat.
Yeah, pretty much.
No, 2 points on that one. That was good.
Cool. I even had little banners.
The banners helped me for. Yep,
Banners,
absolutely.
Cool.
Yeah, and this is why this is great for him. The art, it's still gonna look good. Like even your what the hell did you do? Fickle? Like it looks like it's a roll and write game from fucking Stronghold.
Yeah. I'm gonna come out with a new game called Fickle, and it has dice and a pencil.
I love it. All right, your last one. You ready?
All right, yeah, let's do it.
This one's easy. This one's simple.
You
And
say
I
it.
have a bonus for you too.
Okay.
All right, so this one came out in 2022 as well.
Okay.
This one was from Skybound Games. It has to do with Lewis Carroll story. Wonderland's War.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Ready?
Yep.
Go.
All right. I mean, it's basically like a big cat head, right? So, oh, where's the words though? I'm gonna put it down. I'm gonna go against what I think and put it up here, and then you got the big Cheshire cat, right? Kind of thing. I think that's all it is. It's just like, I don't know, some kind of mystic cloud stuff back here or something. I don't know. Is that it?
Is that it?
I think that's it.
All right. A little cross-eyed cat, but that's
Yeah. That's on
you.
purpose.
You should have went with your gut though.
Oh my god. Yeah. Oh yeah, and he's like a little balloon. I should remember that.
Yeah. But I like the mystic. You said there was like some mystic thing going on. You did the
Yeah.
little whiskers. That was good.
Yeah. I knew there was some stuff coming off of it like that.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you get a point for the design. You don't get the point for the name, obviously.
Fair enough. You know, I just noticed he's got Tom Cruise teeth.
With the fangs?
Yeah. Well, no, not with the fangs, but you know how, have you ever seen the thing where Tom Cruise's teeth are off center? So when he smiles, one of his, like, these, I don't know what they're called, buck teeth or whatever, is dead center in his face, right underneath his nose.
Oh, I didn't know that. I never noticed that.
You'll see it from now on. Like you can't not see it. But he has that. But then I also noticed he's got extra teeth because you're supposed to have 1, 2, 3, 4 teeth, then canines. Anyway.
I didn't know that.
I don't mean to go in Quancha.
Now I won't unsee it. Thank you.
It's a crazy cat anyway, so he can have as many teeth as he wants.
All right. So after 10, with 2 points a pop, you have 10 points. So you're at 50%, right? You could have gotten 20. 20 would have been a perfect score. So for 10 points, as your bonus, I want you. So I know there were a lot of 25th century games in there, but did you notice anything about the games? All the games, even the backups? Did anything stand out? You kind of hit on it in the beginning.
I didn't play most of them.
That's also true. Yes.
John DeClaire.
There were a couple of those. Yeah.
AEG. Animals.
Who worked on all of them?
Oh, was it Matty?
Mm-hmm.
Seriously, he worked on all of these?
They're all games that are associated with Matt Paquette's company.
Wow. Okay.
Right. So there you go, Matt.
Good job, Matt. Because these are gorgeous games.
Yep.
Even
so for 10 points.
Sorry about the Borders comment, Matt.
For 10 points, I want you to draw, and you have a minute to do this. I want you to draw for me, for everyone, Matt Paquette and Company's logo.
You suck. Isn't it just Paquette?
You have a minute when you hold up the board and start drawing.
You suck. I don't.
There's no safety net on this one. There is no pass.
No, there's not. And I don't know. You know what I'm going to do? It's going to be wrong. Okay. But here's what I'm going to do.
I'm not even doing the timer on this one.
I'm going to do kind of, I think it's bubbly text a little bit. I could be wrong, right? How do you spell your last name? P-A-Q, right? Like a weird Q? I don't know. He's Canadian, right? Probably got weird Q's up there. I think I'm wrong on the bubbly text now that I'm doing it. 2 T's? Maybe 2 T's? Paquette Studios? Design?
I literally said it.
You did, didn't you? And Company? and Co. But you know what I'm going to do now? Because he does this all the time now. And I don't think he did it in his thing, but he goes, wee, and he does this whole black thing. You know what I'm talking about? Have you seen that?
Yep, I have.
Yeah. So, I should go there. So I'm going to say it's doing that thing. I think he just really likes it, honestly. I don't think he did it with his logo, but I'm going to do it because I know he likes it. There you go.
Can you hold it closer without the glare so we can see?
You hold it closer without the glare.
And what's that in the lower left? Just what does it say?
So, and Co.
And CO, like spelled out AND.
No, it should be the ampersand. Yeah. CO. Well, now I've written, ampersand CO.
Ampersand.
Ampersand, whatever.
Okay, well, can you hold it up so we can compare it to the actual logo? Because you couldn't be farther off. This is fickle, as far off as fickle was.
Wow. Okay. Oh, Brandon.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I said, could you draw me the logo of Matt Paquette and Company?
I don't think I've ever seen that logo.
Also, while you were drawing, I was showing this on the screen.
Oh, were you?
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't looking. I was drawing.
I know.
Well,
Yeah.
Matt, this is your new logo. I know you like it because you like to do the perspective thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we should let him know that his new
This
logo.
is the one show Matt doesn't show up to.
I know.
He was here last game. Last
He
one.
was. I'll let him know now that we just redesigned his logo.
Yeah, he's got a free new design. You know what's funny is, oh man, you know what? I'm in his Discord and it's the show of the disc. It's the icon of the Discord. It's right here on the screen. That's funny. I could have just looked left and cheated. Well, I didn't cheat.
No, that's true.
That's for sure.
Chris redesigned your logo.
Does it? I didn't know that. Yeah, you should have pulled up Merchants of the Dark Road. I could have done that one. Sort of. I would have done the back of a wagon and a road, at least.
Yeah, sure.
And I know it's at the top.
I didn't know that.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So that is the game called Cover Artist. Which
what do I have all these?
You got 10 out of... Just hold them. I have an idea for them.
Okay.
Don't throw them out. Just keep them.
Shredder?
No, not Shredder. Keep them.
All right.
Yeah, that is the game called Cover Artist, and in which you scored 10 out of a possible 30 points with the bonus, which I threw in.
Oh, you don't have to throw the bonus in there. That makes it sound so much worse.
So 10 out of 20.
Wait, I don't even get a point for spelling Paquette right?
It's not even in the logo. I mean, maybe the ampersand, but you didn't even say ampersand right, so.
Ampersand.
Yeah, close.
Yeah. And I did Co.
You did. Still no point.
A single point.
How about 0.5? I'll give you a 0.5 for the Co.
Woo!
So you got 10.5 points out of a possible 20. Well done.
All right. What am I doing with these?
Thanks for playing. Again, hold them. I'll tell you. Not now. Off camera. I have an idea.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
There'll be something in the future.
Well, that was awful.
You're welcome.
Some of them were fun. I mean, if it popped in my head, it was fun to draw. But if it was just nothing, I don't know.
Right. So I didn't want you to draw ones, not all of them that you knew. I wanted some to come up that you didn't know. So we end up with a moment like Fickle. That's hysterical. Sure. You know what I mean? That's
sure.
What I wanted to have happen. So.
Yeah, and it actually would have been kind of fun if you had not told me the name of the game, but started describing the game. And like thematically, and I just
Yeah.
come up with a cover, and then you go, "It's this game," and then yeah. Well, that'd be more fun for me. Probably not
What
fun
if
to.
what if we did that with some of those 2 and 3 ratings on BEG? Right,
Oh,
like how they describe the game horribly, and you have to,
yeah, pick really bad unknown games or something, and then see what I come up with. That could be fun.
that would be
And
fun.
if you warn me ahead of time, I can set up a second camera where you can just see my drawing from down here. Yeah, I don't have to hold it up.
Oh, sure, okay, yeah. I didn't want to clue you in on what you'd be doing. I wanted to be more.
It's not like I was going to go in the other room and just study all the board games.
You might. What would have been good is you probably would have studied a whole bunch of 2011 ones and then been wrong because none of these were
Yeah,
2000.
you didn't pick any of them. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was fun. I enjoyed that. I hope everyone else did.
It made sense why I was like, why is the window for these so short? Because you were going from 2019 to now.
Yeah.
Did he start in 2019, basically?
No, I don't think so because Mystic Vale, he's associated with Mystic Vale, so that was earlier. But he's been doing it for 20 something. I wish it was.
You're right. Mystic Vale was at 2017. Did you say
16? Yeah, 16. So he's been doing it for a minute.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I do like Mystic Vale. I play it on Steam though. I don't actually have the game.
it's a good one. But you got it. You got it with the border. It had side borders, but you got the border.
I remembered that cover. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, if it's been a strong game for a while, I would have seen the cover quite a bit over
Right.
time, right? You
Right.
pick some newish games that just haven't showed up a lot lately.
Right. But I mean, also the idea of that is that maybe they were fresh. We've also talked about them on the show. So,
You talked about them on the show.
yeah, well, that just proves that you don't listen. That's all.
Feels like a little bit of punishment for not listening.
Also, a little bit of punishment for the last 2 games you put me through.
Fair enough.
Yep.
Just wait till the next game.
Yeah, sure. We're just going to keep one-upping each other on the torture we give each other. It's great.
And then we'll add up all the points you made on my games, and we'll add up all the points I made on my games, and that'll be the ultimate.
Oh, you've already doubled my points. What did I get? 3 in one and 2 in the other? You've gotten 6.5, 10.5.
Yeah.
I think you beat me in the last 2 games on just the front end of this game. You had 6 points after 5 rounds, and I think you take it.
How about I give you Netflix descriptions of Clone Wars episodes, and you give me the title?
Oh, God, no. Absolutely not.
Yeah, that'd be awful. I couldn't do that either.
There's no way.
I don't remember the titles of those very well, so yeah.
Speaking about episodes, and I don't want to. I mean, it's already 20 to like we're almost at midnight.
Almost 3 hours. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure the kids, one's sleeping, the other one's playing with stuff.
Yeah, they went quiet. I think somebody passed out.
Luca, the ringleader, passed out, and now Mika is up just playing with toys.
Drawing on his face.
Probably drawing everywhere. I should check on them, shouldn't I?
This was a play test. Oh, like it's a. It almost is like a. What was that monstrosity almost?
Yeah, Luca is passed out on the recliner, and Mika is just playing with some of his toys. So it's actually nice now. But we should talk about. I'm now fully caught up on Marvel. I watched the Marvels.
Have you been watching Agatha?
And Agatha. Yep.
Yeah, and no spoilers, but I've thoroughly enjoyed this show.
I'm very much enjoying Agatha.
It's really
very much.
fun.
Yeah.
It's like it's got a good lightheartedness to it, but it also has some fun, interesting stuff going on that keeps you watching. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really, especially in the last episode. Like it's been
Oh,
fun
yeah.
and a good ride, and then all of a sudden,
I think there's only 6 episodes total, and they've had 5.
that sucks.
I mean, I could be wrong, but it feels like that. I guess I could look it up. And
There's got to be 8 because they did a 2 episode premiere, so there's no way they did a 2 episode on a 6 series.
I hope so. Yeah, Agatha is so good. It's weird because I don't see anybody talking about it.
It's so good.
And we're past the. I think after Loki, people stopped talking about. 9 total. Oh, good. That's very good. after Loki, I think people just stopped talking about Marvel altogether, and
Well,
which is unfortunate because there's some good stuff. What was that?
Loki had a really good end. Like it
No, I'm
felt
talking
like
about Loki season 1. Like I don't
oh,
think people talk about season 2 that much.
2 was good. 2 was good.
2 was really good. But I mean,
Yeah,
people didn't talk about Miss Marvel enough.
Miss Marvel is I really enjoyed,
That was
which
a great show.
it made me like the Marvels even more.
Yes,
Yeah.
The Marvels is the first movie since I say the Spider-Man one, the latest Spider-Man one that made me go like, "Ooh, okay,
Yeah.
we're really back into Marvel again."
Yeah.
Right? Because I like the Doctor Strange one that was in between. I liked it, but it felt a little side, kind of like Ant-Man's always feel kind of the side, you know.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
just kind of felt off to the side. It
Or
didn't feel like it
Shang-Chi.
was part of. Yeah. Also, I don't know why I haven't seen Shang-Chi more. Seems like he should have popped up in at least the Doctor Strange one, but it's something else.
Some sort of end thing,
Yeah.
some sort of Easter
Yeah.
egg, something.
Yeah, because I really like Shang-Chi, and I think there needs to be more of that. So, gotten good. Yeah, everybody I know who has seen it is really enjoying it, but I don't see a lot of people talking about it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I might
Which
just
is
be
good
missing it.
because people are enjoying it and not trying to bash it like they did the Acolyte.
Oh, I'm so glad people aren't bashing it. Yeah, it was just so brutal to be a fan of the Acolyte and then just see people just destroying it.
Get all over it.
Just out of like petty vengeance, it felt like a lot of those. I mean, it's totally fine if you don't like a show or something, and if you even want to express it, but it got out of hand with Acolyte, so which is unfortunate because they canceled it off of that. It feels like Disney let bad guys win when they do that. I don't like it.
No, I agree with you. Yeah, good stuff though. I'm glad I'm caught up on everything. Over the weekend when I got home from the con went until 8 o'clock at night, and when I got home and I grabbed something to eat and kind of unwound, I was still up from it, so I was like, let's just watch something, and I watched episode 1 of Echo because I'm doing them in order. So I watched episode 1 of Echo, and that's only a 5-episode set.
Mm-hmm.
I binged that, and then right after it, I went right into Agatha. Like, oh, let me wet my whistle a little, and I'll do it. It was like 3 a.m. Like I had to watch all of it because I hadn't watched any, so I watched all 5 in a row.
So without giving spoilers, what were your thoughts on Echo?
Echo was good. I liked it. It didn't have as much of a punch as. Like I put that in the same Netflix stuff, right? Like Daredevil, Punisher. Like it felt like one of those, a really short series, but it felt like one of those.
Yeah, it's only you said it was 5 episodes, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
there he is.
Seriously, right at the end.
Well, because I texted him, I said, Chris redesigned your logo for you.
Yeah, he just had me.
He didn't even see my message, so he doesn't know. Matt, I sent you a message. That's pretty cool that you showed up just now.
Yeah, he just had me redraw all of your games. Yeah, only he didn't tell me they were your games. I started picking up on some of them, but yeah, I hadn't heard of Fickle, so
he didn't know what I was doing. I gave him 10. The game was called Cover Artist, and I was giving him 10 titles to draw the cover of. And he had 5 safety nets. If he didn't know the game or didn't want to do it, he could pass. And then I had another one for him. And we went through Tiny Towns.
There's
Tiny Towns.
Really, it's all off of memory, obviously.
He passed on Aguada, and instead went to Bosk. And that was Bosk's cover, which is pretty damn good.
I don't actually have this game. I need this game.
He was going to be awarded a point for accuracy on the cover, and then a point if he got the text correct, where the title of the game was. So, from Bosk, he went to Mariposas.
I remember it was all black, and I thought there was one butterfly, but you had a thing of butterflies. Yeah.
Right. Then from the next one was Santa's Workshop, which he passed on, which gave him Call to Adventure.
Which one?
Call to Adventure.
Oh, right. Which I didn't know you worked on.
We had the split in the two colors.
I forgot about the guy. Right at the end, I was like, wait, there's a guy somewhere, but I don't know.
Yep. And then from Call to Adventure, it went to Cubitos. Or Cubitos.
I thought he was running. Cheese dude running, mountains in the background.
I love it. Then, which I thought was going to be a softball gimme pitch, he passed on green team wins.
I thought there might be cards on the front, and I knew I'd mess it up.
Right. So this brought me to the highlight of the game that we played. I gave him a game called Fickle because I love the box cover of that. And instead, Chris had no idea what Fickle was, so he drew that because that's what he thought Fickle was.
I thought maybe it was a dice game? Fickle? I almost drew a pickle. Like fickle, you know.
Like a fucking pickle. So from Fickle, I offered him pies, which he didn't take and he passed on, which brought in French Quarter, which was really good.
There's people on the balconies cheering. Woo! He's got a top hat. And this dude's drinking. He's drunk in the street. And then he showed me the cover. I was like, oh, yeah, I've seen that cover.
Yeah, you've seen it. From French Quarter, we went to Sand Art, which he passed on, which he probably would have done okay on. And that brought in Mystic Veil.
Well, I wouldn't have done well because the first thing I was going to do on Sand Art was some kind of sandcastle, and that wasn't it.
Yeah, you would have.
You pressed me a little bit. I was like, oh, wait, maybe it's a jar with sand in it. Yeah.
So we went to Mystic Veil, which was pretty cool. Not really doing well with the text though. It was almost every time he did one, it was the opposite, which was also.
I took myself out of it sometimes too.
He finished strong. He did well. We went to Guild of Merchant Explorers. That came out good. I like that one a lot. And then finished with Wonderland's War.
I mean, that was an easy one. Big cat head.
Yeah, wrong type placement.
That needs to be here.
So then afterwards, and he had hinted or he said something about a couple of the older ones where he mentioned another one Matt Piquette worked on. So for a bonus 10 points, I asked him, I asked what's the theme? And then we found out, or he found out that they were all games that you've worked on.
Yeah, he even called out a couple of them, like Mariposas and stuff, because I knew.
So I said for 10 bonus points, could you give me Matt Piquette and Company's logo, which I thought was going to be a good. Oh, you got. 10
I accidentally shredded that. Sorry.
And then Chris came up with this.
I could not remember it, and the dumb thing is that my Discord is on that screen, and I'm in your Discord, and it's right there if I looked at it, but I didn't look at it. I totally forgot. But I did remember that you like to do this thing with the text. So, I remembered this. I remember that you like that thing. So that's what I did.
It's not in it at all.
That's your new logo.
Yeah, so you have a new logo, Matt. You're welcome. Chris worked hard on it for a good minute.
There you go. That's his business card. See?
Business card. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not what we use, though. We used your MP and Co.
Yeah.
Or at least I did.
I think I should get half points.
I gave you a half point.
No, half of the 10 points.
Oh, no. You got a half a point for using the ampersand. That's what you got. Yeah.
Yeah.
So then I just sent you a message on Facebook. I said, Chris just redid your logo for you. You should go back and watch the game. And then you popped in without even seeing the message, which is hysterical. Yep. So that was super fun.
But yeah, we were just talking about Agatha and stuff. I'm sure, Matt, you're probably watching it off to the side and missing half the show while you work.
That's funny.
Daggerheart. What is Daggerheart?
I don't know what that is.
He did actually. Yep. I figured.
Nice.
But yeah, Echo for me, again, no spoilers, but I thought it was an excellent show until the last episode, and I thought the last episode bombed it.
Really?
it looked like it was made by different people. Like the action and stuff was so poorly done. It looks like this, like fighting, it's so badly shot and
Yeah.
done. And it went like the first four things really dive into like her heritage and her people and stuff like that. And the acting was really good. Her acting was amazing. And then the last episode just became a stupid slapstick comic book thing that was just out of nowhere, just seemed ridiculous. I didn't like it at all. I was so disappointed by it because the first four episodes did so
really
good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what happened. But
It was okay. Like I said, it felt like one of those shows that was in the realm of the Defenders and Punisher and Daredevil from the Netflix era. And it was okay. It was good storytelling for the most part, but it was, I don't know. There was some stuff about it that didn't, like, it was fine. It was better than fucking Iron Fist. That's all that matters.
I disagree.
You think Iron Fist was better than Echo because of the last episode?
Because of that last episode. It was so disappointingly bad in that last episode. It blew it.
Interesting.
But I mean, the acting, the actors, and the script and everything before that, it just felt like someone took over at the end. And I know that's not the case. I don't know what happened, but
well, maybe because it was only 5 episodes, so maybe it wasn't being received well, and they just cut it.
No, not that. It was all done before it went out. But
It was.
yeah, but I mean, just everything was so. Even characters went crazy.
Thank you, Eric.
Yeah,
it's good. But Agatha,
if you compare the first 4 episodes of Echo to Iron Fist, that's better. But the 5th one tanked it for me.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, it was fine. I mean, I like D'Onofrio. I think he's great. But Agatha is fantastic, and the Marvels was so much fun. I did not like the villain. I don't like that villain.
What, on the Marvels?
In the Marvels, not a fan of that. Of what they were doing. I don't. I mean, I don't want to spoil anything, but I just did not like the villain in that movie. It just felt.
I didn't dislike her, but I also thought it was kind of flat.
Yeah,
and it's because it's the not Vengeance Demon, but Vengeance villain.
Sure.
And that's just a boring villain.
Yeah, they tried to keep it familiar too, right? Like, I get that it's the Kree, fine, but you had the hammer, and the hammer had the gem. Like, it felt like you wanted to do something familiar, but then not familiar, and there was no explanation of how she got the hammer. Did she take over after Ronin? Like, I don't understand. I guess it's implied, but I was not a fan of that part of it. Otherwise, I thought that it was a brilliant mix of the 3 characters, and I actually really liked Brie Larson in it.
Yeah, I've always liked Brie Larson. I don't understand why people haven't. In the first Captain Marvel, when one of the scrolls goes, and she goes back at him, that instantly made me go, okay, I like her.
Yeah, but for the most part, she's got that Kristen Stewart complex where her acting seems like one-faced in some of the other stuff. And this one, actually, like, there were some moments where it was like, oh, there she is again. But I really liked her in that character in this movie. It was really well done. I think
in her first movie, she kind of suffered from they were trying to make her almost kind of stoic, tough, not emotional or anything like that, like a tough person and stuff. And which it fits a bit. I mean, she's a Air Force pilot that's, doing test piloting for stuff. Probably going to be kind of, that kind of person. But in Marvels, they kind of dug into her a little bit emotionally. It's good. Yeah.
Yeah, it was really good. And then obviously the ending was like, ooh.
But you're right, that bad guy was the least favorite part for me.
Oh.
And it wasn't even the person playing it. I don't know who that was,
Yeah.
what her name was or anything. But I didn't have a problem with it. It's the writing of the bad guy that's vengeful. It's just not interesting to me.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, there was no explanation. Like there was a little bit of the back story of why she was doing what she was doing. And then there's a little bit of the storytelling of how she's redoing what was done. But it just felt, I don't know. It just, that whole character was not the actress, like she was fine, but that character as a villain seemed.
My favorite villains are the ones that you can see their point of view. You might not agree with them, but you can see how they got to where they got. And vengeance for gone to the extreme of genocide or whatever they makes these guys like the villains and stuff just seems so slapstick. It's so over the top that it's not something people can relate to in real terms, right?
Yeah, but I like the idea that she was trying to redo the planet, right? Like it was out of water, it was out of oxygen, so she was. Yep, you like them? She was trying to bring water back to the planet, bring oxygen back to the planet, and then they had to work on the sun. Which okay, fine. Like I like that. I don't necessarily understand how that was working. Right? Like we weren't told like the hammer had this weapon and the bracelet was doing this thing and just ripped open.
Done the teleport thing, yeah.
Yeah, through the jump points. But like then the tear at the end was just a jump point that was over. I don't know. It just seemed not.
I'm excited by the end credit scene though. I don't want to spoil anything, but
yeah, no, that's that in the end. Yep. Mm-hmm.
I'm excited about that.
Yeah, that was really good. You like these? Yeah.
I like your shirt too. That's the QSCon shirt, right?
Yeah, that's the Luca one.
Yeah.
I guess
I hadn't seen that one.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yep. Yeah, I'm all in blue today. I need these are at Target if you want to get them. These are hop over to Target.
All right, it's been 3 hours and I'm tired of you. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, thanks for drawing. That was super fun. And thanks for sticking around with us for 3 hours.
Yeah, thanks everybody. It's fun.
It was fun.
We'll kick off a week.
I look forward to Mondays every week.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So next week, we'll see what's going on this week. I'm sure we'll talk, but we'll have an even better show next week.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Thank you.
Thanks, Eric.
Maybe I'll have time for an outro. We'll see. As it stands now, I'm just going to hit this button. Bye.
See you guys.